Squad.
We gotta find now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find the program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. The program. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Finally back to streaming. I've had issues the last couple of times I've tried or been wanting to, but here we are back, ready to go. I see Mike came in and apparently the dropship coffee peddler flagged a Smash stream. Interesting. And then Yellow Flash had his stream flagged, but he thinks it was more likely over showing footage of what happened Saturday night. What was it Saturday night that happened? I haven't been keeping up all that well with the quartering stuff. That's why we're going to watch another one of these internet verses to kind of get caught up on the current goings on. I saw online that I guess Yellow Flash was supposed to debate him, but hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you should be able to hear me now. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on there. So, anyways, I see Mike's comments in there about Smash getting flagged and Yellow Flash getting flagged. Uh, I don't really know what's going on there. I don't know what happened Saturday night that they might have flagged it, or he might have flagged it. I don't know. Online, I've been seeing, I guess Yellow Flash and the quartering were going to get debate, but now the quartering is saying he's running. He's also saying, I guess, Side Scrollers podcast ran. But I think Flash was saying something about he wanted to wait till Saturday. I don't know. It's kind of a mess with him. We're going to watch just internet verses to kind of get caught up on what's going on. Maybe we can find another video later about it too. I wanted to read an article though that got posted in my Discord that just, I mean, the gamer has become like the Kotaku of the modern day, right? Like, just read the article. Headline here is Baldur's Gate 2 No Alphabet's creator returns to Nexus. Now, I had to do a little bit of looking up some of the articles that they linked in here, and I mean, this is just soy. Um, if you know me, you know I'm a pretty big free speech guy to begin with. I can understand why the lefties would be mad about this, but really, like an entire article about a mod that I went and checked. The mod itself, which is called Dignify, has been downloaded like 1,200 times. Like, no one's downloading this in mass to play it. So it's like, does this even deserve an article? We're going to go through and read it anyway, just because I find it interesting. Let's see here. So in 2023, a controversial Baldur's Gate 3 mod pack, No Alphabets, which removes LGBTQ plus aspects from the game, was delisted from the Nexus website along with the infamous Sir Aelin gender swap. So I had to look this gender swap up. They apparently took this character and made it into a man, so it had a heterosexual relationship. Yeah, I've met her, and I remember meeting her in Acts 2. You know, reunite them, or you can kill one of them, or whatever you want to do. It's Baldur's Gate. And I guess they turned her into a man because they just couldn't stand a lesbian relationship. So, whoops, boop. I think it's pretty funny. Clearly, I think it's pretty funny. Which clearly done to make her relationship with Isabel heterosexual. This mod pack, unfortunately, continues to exist and take shape on alternate sites, but the poster was banned and thus unable to share these creations on one of the largest modding platforms. So, there's always a lot of issues. People come up with like Nexus mods They give Nexus a hard time about delisting stuff. The anti-woke have gone after him a couple times for getting rid of some of the more scandalous skin mods or things like that. So, I mean, Nexus can have whatever they want on their site. I really don't care that they decided to drop these guys. But it doesn't matter to me that they're on other sites. I don't care. It's very obvious that no one's downloading these mods, or the people who want to download it are the minority. So, but this guy James is pretty pissed off about this. However, 2 days ago, modpack creator Oren SK made a Nexus account to post a new mod called Dignify. Oh wait, we already looked at it, which has like nobody's downloaded it. In terms of Nexus mod, nobody has downloaded it. On the surface, it appears benign, but at its core, it's a clothing pack that updates several outfits throughout the game, including Asterions and Gales. Asterions and Gales. Though when it was first uploaded earlier this week, it was a completely different story. Originally, the mod required you to download the alternate will origin appearance, which makes him white. Someone made an app to whitewash Boulder's Gate. Oh, God, that's just absolutely nuts to me. After much backlash, the requirement, which, given the nature of the mod, makes no sense to begin with, was removed and the comments disabled. I mean, obviously, the guy's a little bit of a racist. He can't stand a black man being in the... Oh, one of the heroes is black? One of the characters you can play or you can recruit is black? Ugh. Can't have that, guys. Can't have that. So, even after this update, many have noted that while not as overt as outright removing LGBTQ plus characters or whitewashing black companions, Dignify is still rooted in the puritanical sentiment of the no alphabet pack. The most recent console is my old Switch OLD. Mostly I played old games I miss out on. Just finished Bayonet. Nice, Mike. Nice. I've never actually played Bayonet. Or Bayonetta, excuse me. This wasn't ever my kind of game. Dignify is still uprooted in the puritanical note and such an infamous name in the modding community, as each adjustment to clothing covers up skin and suggestive elements. This is like unusual for me when you're talking about like anti-wokers and things like that, because usually they try and take all the clothes off. But in this particular case, we got a guy who just can't stand the slutty outfits in the game, and he has to change it. Has to make it has to make it then, and even without that, he can't see any leg, no legs from females. While an optional download also makes underwear permanent. This like optional download, I actually don't give a shit about. Like, yeah, there's a button to do this, so I don't know why you would need to like bother with that. Just turn the underwear on and call it a day. Thus preventing any nudity. That's fine. It's a game. You don't have to see nudity. If you look closer at the mod, you can see his bigotry shine through. Of course, women have to wear long skirts instead of pants, and being modest, Asterion doesn't have any kind of shape in a very tight pant. Like, it's clear why Dignify is still available. It's unclear why Dignify is still available considering the original requirements, especially when taking into consideration Nexus's statement on the whole debacle with the no alphabet mods pact. We are for inclusivity. We are for diversity, it said. If we think someone is uploading a mod on our site that was intended to deliberately be against inclusivity or diversity, then we will take action against it. Well, I mean, it sounds like they did, right? It sounds like they did take action against the one that turns a character heterosexual, and obviously there was backlash for the whitewashing one. But I don't see anything wrong with this app if that's what you want to do, if that's the game you want to play, right? Orion-esque has likewise not been banned because of Dignify or their association with the controversial mods. Who cares? When they hint at it in their bio, noting that if you like their work, you can find more mods on other platforms. Well, yeah, they're promoting their mods. Yes, they're probably a racist. They're probably sexist, but who cares, right? It's this app. I don't see why Nexus mods would have a problem with this app as long as they took the whitewashing off, right? Bayonet is Devil May Cry and Joffy's God of War hack and slash done right. Controllable camera. Oh, that would sound amazing. Maybe I'll have to pick it up and put it on my wish list and hopefully play it one day. So I just had to read out this article. It was really silly to me. And I've seen so many articles coming out by The Gamer now that are just clear like bait for anti-wokers to come in and cry about stuff. I don't think this one got as much attention from the anti-wokers, and it's probably because it's not gooning material, and the vast majority of them are gooning material. Like I could see someone like JDA talking about this mod, but not much more than that. Not much more than that. Oh, so moving on. Moving on, we're going to play some RimWorld, and we're going to listen to the internet versus the quartering fallout. It seems like every day Jeremy gets worse and worse. I saw one where like a small like 1K channel apparently got hit. And I just like, what is he doing? Like, he's posting his numbers like, I'm not falling off. Well, yeah, everybody right now is like watching you to see what crazy shit you're going to do next. So anyway, this is going to be internet versus. We'll see what crazy stuff they have in store, or what crazy stuff Jeff has been up to.
Ring got into more drama online when he posted multiple tweets on his page promising villainy and destruction to his former friends whom he's had falling outs with, before deleting all the tweets and declaring a break from the website. Additionally, a clip went viral of him at the Renaissance Fair live streaming from years back, where in it he's walking around calling random women with children MILFs, growling at them, and sometimes doing it within earshot.
No, the quartering's name is Jeremy. What are you talking about? So I remember hearing about this, that I guess he used to walk around on stream and try and pick up chicks with kids. Is he one of those people that's like, if she's got chicks or kids, she's down to bang?
Responded to it, doubling down, saying this is normal behavior and everybody's just pearl clutching. And on top of everything else, people started looking into Jeremy's shorts, and people started criticizing him for essentially ripping people's content, adding a 3-second intro and then just playing a 2-minute video. But there's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus the quarterings fallout.
So with that thing, I'm like, this is actually a pretty common tactic on places like Twitch and on shorts, where a person just comes in, says something, and then the video plays in full. Like, is it dirty? Yes, but it's also very, very common.
It starts when the whole shorts situation comes into question, when he tweets out this clip with the caption, "Stuttering Craig calls out the quartering in his YouTube shorts in their beef."
He is who he is. He has shown who he is through all this right here. And this person says, and yet somehow amidst this drama, he seemingly managed to get 10,000 subs in a single day on Monday right here.
I think the obesity also probably had something to do with his infertility, besides him being like Chibi. Maybe, I guess. Are you saying a kid would fix him?
Kind of shoving this in our face, right? Which I think is great. So I went into a Social Blade and I started doing a little bit of digging. And let me tell you this right now. The quartering, doing great right now. Look at the views here on a day-to-day basis. Day-to-day basis. I mean, this is quite spectacular here. But this just didn't really line up to me. I was curious because I went in and I looked at his videos over here, and for a guy with 2 million subscribers, he's getting between 10 and 50,000 views on a video. That does not add up to all of this over here. It does not add up to 1 million views a day. So I thought to myself, how is he doing this? Then it dawned on me. Shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts is how he's doing it. Mm-hmm. Can I show you one of his shorts here?
I feel like Craig is a little jealous, like right now. And I get it. The drama's hot. Go after Jeremy. Jeremy's being a real dickhead. But this just feels like jealousy, right?
And this is all going to tie together here. This is a short from the Quarterings channel.
But what are the oranges for? Well, I bet it tasted good. Let me know what you think.
Yeah. True, Kamoji. Craig saying this shit like he wasn't trying to get in the quartering in his podcast. Those tweets were those DMs were so fucking funny because Craig thought he had something, but all it did was make him look like a fucking beggar. Oh, I really hope Anthony didn't tell someone to strike Remnant's video on art, especially when he was associated with a person that manipulated his art into flagging someone. Hope that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case, actually. I can pull it up. What it looks like happened is this Remnant guy who I don't know. So Anthony, I guess, has responded to it and put it on his thing. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen someone do. Remnant is removing the vids I criticized in my video response to him out of fear of being DMCA struck, despite the fact that he owns the video and thus cannot be legally DMCA struck. And then this guy, this man explains, I'm temporarily removing my 2 videos about left-wing art looking mentally ill due to the possibility of my channel wrongfully getting a couple of strikes for totally not offending a crowd of people that can absolutely take criticism without flipping out. So he was struck, but it doesn't look like he was taken down. Honestly, the only great video on Grambulili was Egad's. I'll have to look at Egad's on him. Dude's just as much of a snake as Otter is. I'm not going to say he's going to copyright strike a video yet. I haven't seen any DMs that says he's that kind of person. But he definitely pointed to Noah on how to downplay the criticism against him. In the back. So he's playing gay ops to keep Noah's career going after the plagiarism stuff. The problem is I do not put that above Anthony's audience, nor think that they would be against that same mentality as Otterly Noah. They seem pretty unhinged given the comments, and I have gotten, and I wouldn't put it beneath them to do something. Not to mention, I have heard from other creators that one of Anthony's critics, Blackish, got his video strike for harassment that criticized Anthony, which led to his channel being deleted. Blackish was his name. He had other strikes before that for being unhinged, but ultimately the final strike that got him was the video. Why do you cut this off, Anthony? After being posted because he had a green screen of plain seeing. He isn't false flagging, but he's very dishonest and doesn't do basic research covering others. Yeah, it kind of seems that way with some of the things that I've seen as of late. I don't know. This just feels like he's trying to say it's Ant when, we don't have any other proof. Has he posted anything showing these strikes that's happened? Because you figured he would. But I guess he just took down the video. Either way, I guess we'll see. We'll see what comes to light for it.
So what he's done, and if you scroll through here, you'll see that he did not add anything to this at all. Not a single bit outside of an intro and his watermark on this short here. He added literally nothing. But this is not a standalone thing. Let's go to more.
What are the orange?
We can go check out more of his shorts, and you'll see that that's literally all he does when it comes to this. It's literally taking other people's content. So he literally is taking things, and
it is a big question, and I
literally just repackaging them as a self, and that is how he has grown over on YouTube, and it's fraudulent, which I think is a phenomenal way to describe Jeremy and the quartering.
I don't know that you would say it's fraudulent. It's definitely against copyright, right? So like these people could come by and copyright strike the shorts. But I like, is it fraud? Maybe. I don't think it would be held underneath that. It would just go under copyright law.
He is a fraud. He is a manipulator. He has done everything he can to be the worst possible content creator that you can while maximizing other people's content. He's not had an original piece of content in the 10 years or so since he's been creating. Look, I used to watch the quartering when he started off. Right?
You used to beg the quartering, beg him to come on your show.
We've all seen it, but he's shown who he is.
Who are all these people, by the way? There's always like 5 to 7 people on these podcasts. Like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I still don't really understand who this guy is. And then there's Blabs. Like, take this down. There's just a bunch of people saying nothing on your show.
Right? He can't do anything by himself. Everything he's touched, he's built off other people's backs. And literally other people's content right here. He's the worst type of content creator that you could possibly be. Not having an original thought for himself while coasting on other people's accomplishments right here. And I think that is exactly what needs to be said. When the story is written about him, yeah, he can have all the money in the world. He can make all the money from other people's content, but not a single cent will buy him an ounce of integrity.
And Pog replies, and not even doing reaction Slop.
So I wish that Craig would have had all of this energy for fucking Grums, his buddy, right? All of this energy for Grums or anyone else who's dishonest around him. He's shown, or Craig, my guy, you do the same thing. True. Like we just talk about like talking points and things like that. Craig is, well known for just parroting talking points, and he'll easily, downplay people's problems as long as they say the same message as him, right?
Just a straight ripping the shorts. Game is game, I guess. Fat Chud. Frosted Hand says, he deserves to be deplatformed for this and his name and image dragged through the he leaves in his pants. The most un-American right grifter you can find. And that's really saying something. Hank Reardon says, Quartering is out here stealing other people's content and he has the audacity to try to flag down others. I'm Batman says.
To be fair, he's not flagging down others because they're stealing his content. He's pretty much admitted he's flagging down others because he doesn't like what they're saying about him, right?
Would be a real shame to contact the original content creators and let them know the Quartering is stealing their content. Melancholoholic replies to this a 14-second clip of a various compilation of Quartering shorts, the intro specifically with the caption, taken from Shockmouth's YouTube channel.
Check this out. You gotta check this out.
Well, here we
You should, and this looks like that results are clear. Let me know what you think in the comments. Check this out. Again, check this out.
Brutally Digital quote tweets the post by saying, dude, the Quartering just became...
I guess it's making money.
Another sniper wolf of stealing content. The Quartering caught wind of this criticism and Hotep tweets out this clip with the caption, the Quartering is upset.
At least Sniper Wolf kept herself on, right? I don't think she switched to the video. She kept her face in the video, right? Or the clips. Yeah, in the videos. So she's doing at least a little bit more.
Said that you guys are making fun of his YouTube shorts.
All right, well, that is the show for today. I've got to do a bunch of low effort short slop that everyone's really mad about. I've got to do that, even though everyone does it. And, instead of complaining about it, you could just do it yourself.
And Thor Odinson replies his. Smash JT says, even though everyone does it. I mean, Sniper Wolf and Lazy Shell says, everyone does slop. Pulse check intensifies. David says, instead of complaining about it, we could just steal content ourselves. Cool. Got it, Jer. Michael Nilsson says, I just want him to explain what the oranges are for. Andy Worski quotes Hotep by saying, I like how Quartering thinks people are mad at him for doing short slop. Nobody is mad. We are criticizing you for doing a 3-second intro for people's 3-minute videos, not linking them and putting your logo over the video like you own it. Jax Films felted Sniper Wolf for this. And Repzion says he's just playing dumb. The McVet says, I never knew of this until he flagged you. He could have kept this grift up for years if he wasn't a Mortal Monday says, my favorite part.
It does seem like at odds that he's going after pretty much the entire internet over what, people making fun of him? It seems like a very uphill battle.
Of this is how he bragged to Melanie and Claire about how much of a hard worker he was, having to stay up all night filming dozens of videos. Meanwhile, it turns out that all he was actually doing is these trash shorts. Brittany Venti also tweets out, Quartering is on stream right now coping about his views when so many are just from stolen content in his shorts, Lamau. And Fresh replies, his chat is the best. And it's Zero Firewater saying, how was your weekend? Dire Soul saying, I was busy today, was there a Wednesday show? Lexapro saying, don't forget to stay hydrated, Jer. Uruf saying, do a Hadouken. Bodied saying, time for a few shots of water. And Jeremy's Jewish bull saying, Jeremy, I'm at a Walmart and my pants. What do I do?
What a name. Jeremy, I'm at the Walmart and shat my pants. What do I do?
Then Andy Worski tweets out, the Quartering's views are down 40% this week. And before that, it was 75% since November. This is an insane bleed out I've ever seen. And Cool Hand James says, all of today's videos have crashed and burned, lol, showing his last 5 uploads.
Dude, you see this like over and over again, like these massive YouTubers, and they're just dying, right? Nothing's happening with their channel anymore. They're just falling apart. Why isn't that one got a power conduit? Oh, there it is. It's going there. Yeah. And it's like, imagine being as big as the Quartering and getting at most like 29K views on your videos.
Here and the views attached to each of them. And Frittata says, the dude is still making over 70k a month and he's losing his mind. There are people that do what he does just for the love of the game. Go support those people. Then we have a compilation of the now deleted tweets that Kinoblade Chronicles tweets out with the caption, none of these tweets hit the Quartering when we all know you will delete them after a few hours of sobering up and you won't do your hit videos on anyone because you're a and there is these messages attached. First, this is a reply of Quartering to Panda.
This all happened after the McDonald's CO looked disgusted eating a quarter pounder. True. The real reason that that the Quartering got mad. The audience grew up unlike childhood cartoons. No one goes back to these channels for nostalgia purposes. Yeah, I agree. With it. It's like the cycle of YouTube. It's the cycle of like content creation. People rise and fall, and unless you hit that too big to fail area like Asmongold and some of these other guys, you're eventually going to die off. You just got to decide if you want to keep doing this as a hobby or if you want to, move on. Hopefully you've saved up some money.
Honda, who at the bottom says, yo, Jer, some asshats.
Oh, here come the tweets.
Talking straight up shit about you on YouTube, referencing Stuttering Craig, and Quartering quotes him saying, you mean the guy that begged me for help on YouTube and to come on my show? These losers overplayed their hands. If they want me to be a villain, I will. And it's messages from 2024, where we have just various messages, and then here at the bottom, it's Craig saying, if you're looking for any guests on Friday, I'd love to come on your show. And Quartering says, right on, pretty nuts now with the election. And Craig says, sure, just keep me in mind if you have an opening on the horizon. Then we have more tweets here from the Quartering attached, one where he's saying, nearly everyone profiting off spreading vicious lies on my name. I've been nothing but nice to over the years. The receipts are on my side.
Dude, yeah, so that original tweet was like, man, you realize how pathetic you made yourself sound, Craig, right? Just over and over. Hey man, wanted to see if you wanted to come over the show. Hey man, could you think you want to come on the show? Hey buddy, hey.
I've let it be for weeks, but I guess if they really want me on my villain arc, I will oblige. I don't want to hear anyone telling me to be calm. These losers, Yellow Flash, side scrollers, Britney, geeks, and gamers. They have all turned heel and decided 1 week's ad revenue was worth selling their souls, and so I will oblige. 1 new scalp a day, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Stuttering Craig.
Jeremy didn't save. He spent his money on guns, shitty coffee, and Melanie mac and cheese. True. So now he's stuck trying to find a way to keep paying his bills.
You've had a lot to say about my business, and
Was it like $80,000 he spent on a coffee machine and put himself in debt? Jesus Christ.
me as a man. Tomorrow, we will look at all the messages you've sent, not only to me, but everyone else. I hope 2 videos ad revenue was worth it. Then we have more screenshots of now deleted tweets from Quartering. Searing Abyss says, bro, do yourself and your family a favor and stay off the internet for a week. Just unplug, go outside, take a walk. You will be happier for it. Back in the day, I used to watch every single one of your uploads. Please, for your own sake, get off the internet. Every post makes it, and then it's cut off. But Quartering quote tweets him saying, let massive YouTube channels lie in your name because long ago I used to watch your channel. I shall send you a spoon for which you can eat my whole ass, kid. And another post of Quartering saying, these leeches forgot about the fact that I cut my teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube. They think I won't roll around in the mud with them because I've let it ride for a few weeks.
Rolling around in the mud reference. I like it. I like it, Quartering. Good analogy.
I'm sorry to say, they've mistaken my kindness for weakness. And more tweets here. The Quartering says, never forget, all I have to do is send a text message. Or was it an email? Or was it a messenger pigeon? I don't know, but remember, I have the power to get anyone I want banned from YouTube. I have the week off next week, and I'm going to have so much fun. In another post where he says, I sure hope all those temporary views were worth it. I've tried to play nice, but you've left me no option. Zentrax also posts some of the screenshots with the caption, Quarter Pounder having another drunken meltdown on Twitter. I thought he quit drinking. And Doug Stewart replies, villain arc. This fat nerd thinks he's the Joker. And Zentrax says he's such a too. He won't even follow through with any of this once he sobers up, but I hope he does because it will be funny seeing him try to roll in the mud. And Andy Worski quotes this post by saying, Quartering is blackout drunk melting down. This isn't you villain arc. This is the end of your career arc. And
I mean, maybe the start of his lolcow arc, right? Right? Maybe more so than usual. He's definitely making content for people for like weeks to come. Is this just going to become evergreen content?
Jen Cooked replies, due to Deadass's Homelander maxing. Attaching the first tweet we read here along with this one, where Shyster Exposure replies to the tweet about having the power to remove channels from YouTube and says, if you don't, why say this though? What was the point? And it's the messages from the first part of the series where Quartering is messaging Josh Moon, talking about having a YouTube rep, 1 phone call gone.
Yeah,
and Quartering
I guess he has done enough things to put him in that lolcow arc. Just now, everyone's going after him for it. He's going to beat Melanie Mac to start his horror cow saga. Right on stream, right?
Replies, oh, because I have the power, loser. Please link me your YouTube channel. Worski screenshots one of these tweets that we just read and captures it by saying, now the Quartering is threatening to take down Stuttering Craig's channel. He could just get our channel back and end this. Now it's a spiral. And the Bugle Daily replies, he's not going to stop. He's too far gone, and no one can convince him he's wrong. And Johnny B. Good says, he already knows he's wrong. He just doesn't care. He's a big baby who wants what he wants, and he wants it now, which is for the criticism to stop and for Rumble to renew. Brittany Venti also tweets out one of the tweets, specifically the one referencing her here at the bottom, and captions it by saying, my video was that good, huh? And Repsion replies, delusions of grandeur. PPP also tweets out about the situation, saying, Jeremy Dale Hambly, you're a drunken coward and a straight up flagger. And you won't actually do shit because the moment you sober up, you will realize how
this PPP
drunk Jeremy is being. Unfortunately for you, the rest of us remember.
I don't know who Power of the Truth is, but he has been going hard at Jeremy. Your colony has children? No, those are adults. I do have this little guy, Carl, or no, it's Earl. You can have children, though. Yes, you can even make a child slave warrior army. If you want to.
And you're burning your life down. Sad. In all seriousness, Jeremy Dale Hambly has serious mental health issues, frequent anxiety and panic attacks, and admitted addiction issues with alcohol.
Because I always
he is not
put
mentally
all of
well and
these
shouldn't
at
have picked this fight.
The reason I do that is I always put firefighter to warden at 1. Everyone should do something within here, so I just automatically make the best guy the childcare guy. That way, if I do find a kid, I don't have to worry about it. It's good to go. They'll ignore it if there's no kid.
I would feel bad if he wasn't hurting others and refusing help. He needs to admit he has a problem and go down a road of recovery rather than trying to hurt other people to hide his shortcomings and failures. Seek help, Jeremy. AA is seriously one phone call or meeting away, and they can support you. Many others have been where you are. And Brittany Venti replies, in his head, he thinks if he's a nice guy, it makes everyone beholden to him no matter what he does. And Kino Bladed Chronicles quote tweets the post with this clip in the caption, it's not just alcohol, by the way. He has a Xanax addiction just like someone else we know. He can't even leave his own home without the Xanax bottle without having a panic attack, if you want to know the truth about it.
When I was in my mid-20s, I started suffering panic attacks so bad now that I have to carry Xanax in my pocket all the time. And I don't have that many panic attacks, but if I forget that bottle, I am immediately thrown into panic. What brought this on? Well,
why give this stuff out, right? I've talked about like one of my issues with Damage because he was asking me questions, but it was more just to like answer questions for him. Why get on here to your audience to just talk about your mental illnesses that you're riddled with, right? It's just giving ammo for someone to make fun of you.
Being a workaholic, being an unhealthy eater.
You got on and asked about my military service. Remember Damaged? He must have those bad Irish genes my parental grandmother's family has. Anxiety, severe, low pain tolerance, etc. Yeah, maybe.
Too many energy drinks, not getting enough sleep.
Then stuttering Craig tweets out, after being exposed by the quartering last night, I had some advice for him. I sincerely hope he takes it as he clearly needs help.
If Jeremy is in the chat, I do have a legit message for you.
Jeremy's not watching you, bro.
Put the bottle down. Put down the phone and put the bottle down. You don't need the booze, man. I mean this like sincerely. You don't need it. Get sober. Take a break.
Yes, asking about my Battlefield esports career.
Internet. And when you come back with some creative energy. I know everybody's doing it, so you should do it too. No. Your flag, your channel should be demonetized. It's literally in the terms of service that you can't do what you're doing with those shorts, right? But you're skating by right now. So all I ask of you is to look at yourself and realize that you should. And by the way, I'm not being malicious at all.
Yes.
Take a step.
Yes, that's right, Ryan. We just get to enjoy all of the worst people fighting.
Back. Totally remove yourself from the internet. If you need to like upload some videos to keep your channel in the algorithm, awesome. Do that. That's fine. But outside of that, get your work done, get done, and separate. Go on a vacation, go down to the beach, and just get off the internet. Do not drink.
Sure.
Don't smoke.
I'm just doing this
don't do any drugs. If you do.
I'm just doing this for you. I'm just saying things to make it sound like I'm the good guy here. I'm the one that's looking out for you. He never told Grums to stop his shit and get his work done. No shit. He is more than willing to just forget it. Like, I really do think 100% think that if Craig had gotten the quartering on his show, he would be like sweeping for him right now. 100% he would be sweeping for him. He would probably be on his podcast being like, listen, he's going through something. We're getting this all taken care of, right? Maybe you can take a break and read those deluxe Berserk volumes he bought only to capitalize on Miru's death. He bought books just to capitalize on a death. That I'd like to see. Craig's a prime example of a dude who should get a regular job but doesn't want to grow up. Yeah, I agree.
Do any of that stuff. I'm not implying that you do. I don't know.
The problem with Craig is he wants to be relevant in all these areas that he doesn't really seem to care about, right? He doesn't really seem to give a shit about gaming for the most part. He just does the things that gamers do because he thinks that's where he's going to pull the audience from, right? From what I understand, when he was on Screw Attack, he didn't even talk about the games that much. He talked about other things and other stuff.
Anything about you outside of that. And just separate, man. Come back tell everybody you messed up, and then hopefully everybody can move on. That's the best advice I can give you. I was asking for advice from you a couple years ago. Now I'm giving you advice. Own it.
Yeah, we're just
apologize and do your best to regain some trust.
And Revelations quotes the post by saying, I look forward to 5 years later when Craig gets caught flagging channels. And seriously though, don't give advice to people who f up because you'll end up becoming them. Remember Jeremy did the same thing to Matt Jarbo and look what's happened? It's a curse. Delete this, Craig. Then back to the Quarterings page, he tweets out, Twitter is not real life, lol. Sometimes I like to kick the hornet's nest, but tomorrow will be a regular day just like every other day. Drama used to be something I spent my time on. And to be honest, times were good, but I am less interested as an old man now, lol. Smiley face. And Fire Andrew Barry replies, why did you tweet all that crazy stuff then go on stream and not bring it up? And the Quartering says, it's fun for me. None of this matters. And Nina Infinity replies,
Jeremy's trying so hard to pretend that nothing's wrong, nothing bad is happening, he's not mad, everything's good, when in reality he's crashing out, realizing he's crashing out, and then just not saying anything about it.
So Jeremy, you're telling people that your wife, friends, and family are being harassed IRL because of this drama, and then you go and post this saying you like to kick the hornet's nest because it's fun and none of this shit matters? Well, death threats and people coming to your house and harassing your family and friends should matter a great deal, actually. This is why no one believes you, because anyone who's facing actual harassment would not be making this comment. Ace Skillies replies to Quartering by saying, so your big scorched earth promise for 2 p.m. tomorrow was bullshit. You showed DMs from Stuttering Craig from before he saw you for the snake that you are, and you've gotten blackout drunk. Again, truly pathetic display. Jason Pritchard says, maybe this weekend you'll finally figure out what the oranges were for. Antoine Creed says to Quartering, I was only pretending to be your It didn't work before and it doesn't work now. You crashed out, went on a damn rant, saw it wasn't going your way because why would it, and then deleted everything. Step away from social media, dude. You're floundering. Calypso Jack says to Quartering, you tweet more than anyone. You spend more time in your fake life than you do in reality. And Jeremy quote tweets it by saying, this is fair. I think X has been a net negative for me. I'll take a break. And Sly Tony Sylvester replies, I was promised villainy. Weekend Warrior quote tweets the post by saying, the final time. Until it's Miller time.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. He's obviously hasn't stayed offline. He keeps getting back on because he's hearing about people talking about him. He's got to go see. I have to see what the people are saying about me.
PPP screenshots the Twitter is not real life post that we read and captures it by saying, Jeremy is already out because his threats backfired again. Seriously, you have mental health and addiction issues and you need to own up to it. Apologize and make prosper restitution. It's not going away. You keep making it worse for you and your staff. And Jada McNeil replied,
I know a lot of people do it, but people like Jeremy who steal content, shorts or not, should be demonetized. Not only would it protect original creators, but it would help the feeds be cleaner. I agree. I mean, if you're stealing the content, right, you're going against copyright, then it should get taken down. The problem is with that is none of these companies are going to decide what's copyrighted, right? Because the moment they step in, the government can step in on them, and if they make a mistake, they can get sued for it. So we're just probably never going to see that happen. I agree with you. It shouldn't be happening because most of the time you're not looking at the original content creator who made it. You're just looking at some guy who copy pasted and put his face on. Tectone, Rev, Nux, Kirsha, Leaflet, Quartering. A lot of shitty people have been finding out this year. Been a wild year so far. It really has been a wild year. You can add Noah to that one. It has just been crazy amounts of drama for this year. If he did a commentary over the whole short, I wouldn't care. So that would be fair use. Yeah, I agree. All he has to do is just talk about it over the content. You know, put a little version of himself in the corner saying some dumb shit, right?
I don't think he's actually smiley face. And Nez Constantine says Jeremy typing out those smiley emotes with a Wojak crying and a fake smiley mask on. And Warski quote tweets PPP by saying, get the channels reinstated, Jer. This is only going to get worse. It's very easy to fix this for yourself. Then this clip also started making the rounds. Camelcast tweets this edit out with the caption, I edited this together from The Quartering IRL stream. His goal was to actually stalk women. At one point he follows a woman with children whilst making a marks. She looks back in fear several times for several minutes. What the share this?
Oh yeah, this is just trying to like moral grandstand from Camelot, because I don't think they would have had a problem with this content back in the day. Now, is the quartering being creepy? Yeah, absolutely. But the guys who are coming out and finding this stuff now, like Camelot and a lot of these anti-woker people, it's not what's actually like this. They don't really have a problem with this, right?
I did see a girl in a chainmail bikini. You know, we would we would have got her on camera. Here's a MILF. And we got, oh boy, we got a thick girl right there, boys. Rawr. Oh, here's another one.
Jesus, it's so creepy. Yeah, it's just dirt to use the most opportune time.
This is in Bristol, Wisconsin.
If they cared about this so much, why didn't they find it at the time and call them out for it, right?
Wisconsin. Ooh, her cup overflows. She's a little bit old, but she overflows.
Yeah, I've heard he's got a high crash rate.
The super chats will blot out the sun. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. MILF, yeah. She's keeping it tight. You know she DTF. She got kids.
See, yeah, creepy behavior.
Yeah, boy. Here you go. Oh, wow. Excuse me, officer. I know it looks bad, but somebody paid me $20 to do it.
And Camelcast follows up his post saying, he even had an excuse ready for police that might approach him for stalking. He is drunk and out of his mind too. This is unbelievable. Shamu replies, a quartering is a pervert. Legit can't help himself, even in public. William Axshow says, what the hell? And Ukai the Great says, mind telling everyone what Jer said at the end there, buddy? Or are we going to leave out the fact that he said, I know it looks bad, but somebody gave me $20 to do it? You're going to let everyone know this, right?
Checked.
Right? And Camelcast says, wait. You think accepting super chats to stalk children and women is totally cool? Bro, what? And Andokai says, I'm not saying that, but it is a convenient thing to not mention. Also, stalking requires someone to kind of do that in secret for the most part. This was anything but subtle. Y'all drama whores need to understand 2017 was 9 years ago, and internet blood sports is outdated. And Kai says, officer, I wasn't stalking, someone asked me to do it. You're a monumental clown. And Andokai says, walking in public equals stalking. Maga Kraka Mike replies to the clip by saying,
he's got some defenders out there. He's shown a few defenders for him. I mean, yeah, is it stalking? I don't know, but it's definitely the creepiest behavior. And you have a degenerate audience if they're paying you to do stuff like this. I would almost say it's like lolcowdom, because they want you to do it so that they can see what happens and what goes wrong, right? No one's doing that to not laugh. They're laughing at you, not with you.
These comments in here, fake pearl clutching about this video of a dude recording himself walking around a fair commenting on random women's sexual attractiveness are hilarious. What a bunch of homos. And Alyssa Marie replies, it's 100% creepy behavior to walk around loudly commenting on the physical attractiveness of women, especially talking about a mother with an earshot of her children, and especially when you look like a Jer and aren't one to talk about anyone's attractiveness. And Maga Kraka Mike says, you're hearing him on his microphone. That's why it's loud to you. Lol, good God, man. I walk around in public talking all the time. Everyone is in their own little world. And Alyssa says, it's pretty obvious the woman and her kids heard. And so did everyone on the internet. Also, if you behave in that type of behavior,
I wouldn't have my best friend if I acted that way around her and her kids. Yeah, agreed. Go do this to like your friends or anything like that's out there. You'll see it's not like, would any of those women not feel creeped out by this? Like if they saw it?
then you are also antisocial and creepy. Teenagers walk around talking about people, not grown adults. Dreamleaf quote tweets the post by saying, shocker, right-wing grifter is a creepy pest. The Surfs quote tweets the post by saying, this dude should be in jail. He walks around filming children while saying how out loud how much he wants to f her moms. This isn't content, it's crimes. Chris
I
Reagan
don't know
quotes the
about
post by
that.
saying, very normal behavior. Andy Worski says, lock Jer up. The Quartering quotes the post by saying, we have reached levels of fake pearl clutching I've never believed possible. Going through live streams from years ago of a guy having fun and joking with his live chat at the Renaissance Fair, and trying pretend you're offended. Holy sh. Ha 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 ha. I regret nothing. Like, I kept watching for some sort of epic own and I just don't get it. This is just normal banter. I just think none of these weirdos online have ever done a normal thing in their lives.
That's for
Terminally
sure.
online. And Cemetery Drive replies, Jeremy, you're openly fantasizing about a woman's body with an earshot of her children. I can see why you're the same guy who made a video warning pedophiles to hide their when they get their computers.
Yeah, I forgot about that. To hide their when they get their computers repaired. Yeah, I remember the video he made. I've watched it. That was crazy. If anything, that should be a hint that they need to look at his hard drive.
Prepared. MAGA Cracker Mike also replies to Quartering's post by saying, they're attacking your employees now too. I knew this was what was happening from the beginning. Nobody wanted to see it, but this is textbook mob cancel culture. Now the schizos have entered the chat. Check the comments. And the Quartering says, it's all hilarious to me because these pretend like their critique is genuine and they really care. Ha 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 ha. John De La Rose replies to Quartering by saying, I can't imagine it's even really gaining clicks for them at this point. And the Quartering says, any normal
Dude, it's seeing JDA come to the Quartering's defense is funny.
person sees literally nothing wrong with this. The faux outrage is so nakedly obvious. And Pain Mute replies, and next time you're at church, make sure to go up in front of everyone and play this on the big screen. Runaway Meerkat replies to the Quartering by saying, you have 5 people who posted comments in support of you. You stand on a small hilltop. You are an overweight, unkempt man who has all of the makings of someone any decent mother doesn't want following them. You're not delusional enough to realize why this is weird and unacceptable to general society. And PPP screenshots this tweet by the Quartering along with the one where he said he's taking a break from X and captions it by saying, well, looks like the break didn't last long. Also, smart move spreading you creeping on women to your audience. Have another beer, Jer. Billy Mitchell tweets out, the Quartering is a great example that, in the vast majority of circumstances, the correct answer is to shut the up. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Sal Salad, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crash Out, Dear Boy, and the Noobster. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Nice. So there we go. We're caught up on the Quartering as of 1 day ago. I'm sure there'll be more. This doesn't seem to be ending. Like I said, him and the Yellow Flash, who's been making video after video, we're talking about going into debate, but I guess it's not happening tonight. just outstanding stuff. So John doing himself no favors yet again. Yeah, he always seems to.
All right, so we got to talk about this.
Whoa. Close that down. He always seems to like go after the opposite side. Like anything that like Craig or any of those guys are against, he seems to be against. I don't know that it has anything to do with his beliefs or if he's just trying to rage bait farm on it and hoping to get views that way. But it just never seems genuine to me, right? John De La Rose. Oh, John De La Rose. Yeah. Yeah. He is constantly sticking his nose in on, like I said, the opposite side of like everyone else and defending people like the Quartering. So next, I saw a video that I was from a while ago that I saw that I wanted to watch. I watch a lot of shorts of the Burnt Peanut. I think he's kind of funny. I don't watch his stream or anything like that. I don't have time to watch however long his streams are, like 10, 12-hour streams. But if you don't know, there was another streamer that used to be called something else, like the Faithful Witness or something like that. A one of these Christian streamers that goes around and like harasses kids on Fortnite. Well, he decided to take up the peanut mantle for himself so that he could get fame, I guess. He knew the burnt peanut was getting a lot of growth, streamer of the year, all our VTuber of the year and all that mess. So he decided to do this. And here lately, he's been trying to spend a lot of time getting the burnt peanuts attention. The Faithful Sheriff, Meat Cannon's Papa Meat channel did a video on him. I might have to pull that one up over this one, but I figured this one has quite a bit of views on it too. So we'll watch this one. We may go watch the other one too. The Actman video on the sheriff was him was good. Yeah, I saw that one. I watched part of it, so maybe we can watch another one. I remember that Grums was annoyed when the burnt peanut was glazing marathon. Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with what the burnt peanut said. It was like something along the lines of let the game cook. I know there was like there was some people that kind of went after it, but it didn't go very far. Burnt peanut, the view botter. I wouldn't doubt it, actually, when it comes to the burnt peanut, because everybody at that freaking level view bots, right? Someone just got caught. Extra Emily just got caught view botting, and nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. So let's see what this video has to say. Maybe we can go watch the Actman's video too. We're rolling right along on this stream.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, I did enjoy how he was pissing off the VTuber community. Do you watch Kyle Kolsky? He has turned into a sleeper locale. No, if you want to, Drone, go into my Discord or and send me the link. Put it in Feed the Pig. So, and mentioning that if you haven't liked the stream, go ahead and like the stream. Follow if you're on Twitch. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, my primary channel. And let's keep going.
Our story begins at high noon on March 10th in the year of our Lord, 2026. And boy, it was hot as a whorehouse on a nickel night. During the heat wave, our old frenemy, Dr. Witnesser, opted to stay inside and carry out one of his infamous Fortnite live streams. But just before he started, a carriage rolled up to his humble abode to deliver a message.
I got a message for Dr. Witnesser.
This message, meant solely in jest, would end up being misconstrued and the subject of much turmoil by the sheriff. Atop the message was pinned the title of Gaming and Sketch Comedy Gang Super Mega. Brimming with confusion
it was weird to see like Super Mega was involved in this. I didn't see much of it, but I only know Super Mega from the drama they had with that one chick who lived with him that was calling them all racists and bigots and all of that other stuff.
Intrigue.
Oh, he called one of their guys an essayer.
The sheriff tore open the letter and read it. It reads as follows. Hello, Sheriff. I just posted this to Twitter. Everyone will see it. Ha, 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 ha. Attached was a picture of the tweet, which included a picture of the sheriff flaunting his burnt peanuts openly. Of course, true Camelfish fans will recognize this attachment as a reference to the popular streamer, the Burnt Peanut, who we discussed previously on Game of Chuds. At first, our beloved Chud indulged in the joke, responding with his classic line, "What the dangle?" Chudlings from far and wide laughed alongside him until the laughter turned to silence. When a startling revelation dawned upon the witnesser. The wording of the message indicated that the sheriff himself asked for the creation of the image, which according to him was a blasphemous and deliberate lie meant to attack his reputation. I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently
this seems to be like a common trope with this guy too, is is being outraged at everything everyone does, and he has to say something about it.
Apparently, some of y'all
It sounds like performative lolcowism. Like it just doesn't seem real to me.
are a little slow. I don't know these people, and I never asked for this. Obviously, this is a joke that they did. What came next was nothing short of a whirlwind with absolute chud-like proportions. The sheriff clapped back at those who were accusing him of actually asking for the picture, which resulted in more people engaging in what is known as the art of trolling. This did not please the chud. One does not simply troll a chud. People from across the wild west of the internet joined in to troll him, until eventually Super Mega unleashed the ultimate power move. They sent an apparent DM conversation between them and the sheriff, where he asked for the picture's creation. What in tarnation? Hello, I'm a Christian content creator and part of the Peanut Bus. I hear you guys are responsible for the burnt peanut meme, where his penis is exposed. Please make a version of that epic meme for the sheriff. Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use. At the bottom of the message, we can see a pale, skinny man's body wearing... The entire situation was more sus than the imposter from Among Us, and left many chudlings with a taste in their mouth that sort of smelled like fish, but tasted almost metallic, like a penny. I smell pennies! After going to the doctor, they realized that they were just experiencing the aftertaste of some healthy vaginal oral sex. The sheriff exploded with extreme caloric rage and threatened legal action against Super Mega.
But it's a picture of my avatar with a wiener on it. At first I thought it was funny and I was like, haha, okay, they're posting this as a joke, haha. The problem is I never talked to these guys, I never asked for this. They proceeded to respond and said, you requested us to do this? And I said, what in the world are you talking about? No, I did not. They're just clearly trying to troll me and besmirch my image. If they keep doing it, I'll probably see if I can pursue some legal action for defamation. Hopefully they take it down.
Defamation for penis on I'm not a peanut with a penis.
I don't know what their goal is,
like,
but
I guess for asking or for this email, but I don't think is it really defamation?
Clearly their goal is to troll me. I don't know what their goal is, and if they keep pursuing this, like I said, legal action will ensue.
Following the threats of legal action being considered, Super Mega would go silent regarding the sheriff. This silence, however, did not permeate the front lines of Chud detractors, as they would continue their large-scale trolling efforts en masse, forcing the Chud to retreat to the safe haven of all 40-year-old men who talk to children online, Discord. Upon the creation of his server, all seemed peaceful at first. For a brief moment, the sheriff thought he had finally carved out a safe haven for him and his chudlings to converse freely and without disruption. Until...
Would you reveal your private parts to the faithful sheriff?
Trolls had infested the Discord server within only hours of its fruition. What the dangle? The chud thought to himself as he watched what was supposed to be his new Eden, his forever home, burn to the ground at the hands of the outlaw gangs of trolls run.
I mean, at this point, if you're a streamer and you're getting like trolled, it's probably a good idea to not have a Discord or to lock your Discord down or something.
Rampant within it. He took to Twitter to inform the internet that any and all pictures of him saying sus stuff were created in an attempt to slander and destroy his reputation once and for all.
Okay, I didn't think I'd have to make this kind of video, but apparently a lot of people are big morons on Twitter. Bottom line is they're trying to paint me out to be a pedo, and obviously I'm not one. They say because I talk to kids on Fortnite, or I'm targeting kids, or I'm purposely going after kids, which is all 100% BS and not true. I don't target kids, I don't go after kids. I like big butts.
So is this something he actually said in his Discord? Will you reveal your private parts to the faithful sheriff if it was by God's will that you do so? And what does he do? He gets on Fortnite, a child's game, and streams on this child's game. What do you think his audience might be?
Butts that I cannot lie, and I like big boobies, and I like older women. This is not me, obviously. And if for those of you who don't know and who don't understand how Discord works, I'm going to show you. So, my actual Discord name looks like this.
See.
It's fluffy because I have Nitro, I have Goku screaming in the background, I have Sparkles. My pronouns are yeehaw. And this is what my name looks like in my Discord. You can click on it and see my profile. This is me. This is no one else. This is me. As I said, it's super easy to mimic looking like somebody else. And so what someone did was they did this either on my server or their own server. This is how disinformation works.
Why did
And
these
honestly,
people
anybody
do
who's
this?
spreading
I don't know. I don't know.
false information on X should be banned. And, you know, people are like, oh, you got rage baited. I don't care. I'm just saying that there's way too many people going around calling me a pedo.
This video is 9 minutes long. I opted to cut it short. I think we know those are fake, bro. Unless you are a Twitter user, you probably smash your face into walls because it's the only way you know how to use your head. Edgy humor is never sustainable in the long run, especially involving children. Yes, because if you say too many times, if you say a pedo joke too many times, people are going to start to believe it.
By this point, dear viewer, you would think that Chud would simply back away, go into hiding, and take some time offline to be with his wife and kids, enjoy just being a father and helping his woman raise his children. After all, who would blame him? He's being called a pedo, a creep, a fart fetishist, and there's more eyes on him than ever before. Well, that's exactly what the sheriff did. He left the internet. No, I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to hear about the Gaming for Hope shit. If you don't know who Gaming for Hope is, he might explain it, but he's another Christian YouTuber. He kind of got, like, Chud Logic started watching him and a few others because he wanted to be a professional Overwatch player, but he didn't really have the skill or understand how to get the skill or the amount of time it would take for him to do it. But he quit his job to try and do this. Now he's given up and he just streams and I guess talks about the Bible.
All that attention drummed up by the now infamous shootout with Super Mega and the fake Discord screenshots created quite a large divide between the online evangelical Christian gaming community. Some lingering fans of the Chudster, desperate for something positive to latch onto, devised what they thought to be a brilliant plan that would not only save the sheriff's reputation, which was free-falling faster than a gambler on a sober sundown, but would also weave the split between all Christian gamers online. Now that you're a full-time streamer, you should work with more creators. The Faithful Sheriff is a Christian Overwatch content creator, and let's just say I'd love to see you guys play. Although dude has no business calling himself a Christian. One does not simply insinuate the Chud is not Christian. Yes, that's right, the Chudlings wanted a collaboration between Overwatch streamer Gaming for Hope and the Sheriff. The only problem with this master plan is that Gaming for Hope has never liked the Sheriff's content, as evident by his video from 2021 where he dons his classic porn shirt and gripes about Dr. Witnesser's problems as a creator. You can pretty much guess how Dr. Chud responded to this. The fact that you're the two would exchange
Satan. Christians going at each other.
Insults about each other for a few days, but ultimately the situation did nothing but further divide the Christian gaming community even more. Soon after, memes regarding the situation brought even more unwanted attention to the sheriff, which would go on to leave him in what could be considered his most vulnerable state since he started streaming online. One more controversy and that just might be the end of the show. The fuck was that?
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this guy. He's not really important in this at all.
Call from
like, what is this guy?
Hola amigos, I need you guys to follow my Instagram account, The Mexican Sheriff.
Faithful Sheriff, please turn me back. I know I called you a chud because you talk to kids all day.
I'm just a fancy sheriff trying to love children.
Yo, who is this?
What's good? It's your boy, the Black Sheriff.
Joshua. USA is a joke. Buddy, we got a Dorito worth more than the GDP of your country that'll murder all your brown children.
Hit
that follow button right now, or else, you know what happens? I bring the slime.
Picking my belly lint. Thinking of you.
What the fuck?
All of your gassy peanut is all over.
Little boy at Walmart praying in front of a missing children sign.
Picking my belly lint. Sniffing.
Oh, this kid looks so fucking stupid. Oh, thanks for wasting your time, buddy. Thanks for the laughs, pal.
Cut truck, belly shit. Shit, spilling while we hitting every bump that my Denali hit. Outfit is 4,000 and better. The rhinestones in my Flintstone look crazy in my sweater.
Hey everyone, I went to go take a shit, and I'm sorry for that abrupt ending. I just came to a major realization about Dr. Witnesser while I was sitting on the toilet, which I think is pretty fitting for this guy. We're gonna get to the Gideon stuff, but after I was watching those clones of him, the Atheist Almond and all that, I kind of came to the realization that this guy will never be taken seriously again. And with that, I kind of started thinking...
I don't know that anyone took Dr. Witnesser serious to begin with. Like, obviously, his name is a play on Dr. Disrespect. So this guy doesn't have an original thought in his bone. He just sees what other popular content creators are doing and copies their frame word for word, beat for beat.
And I think I've formulated a full dichotomy of this guy's online career, and I think I know where he's going to go next. Please bear with me with this. I'm going to sound scatterbrained at times, but I've been editing for 12 hours straight, and it is 9 in the morning. I have not slept. I'm very tired, so I hope you can understand why I opted to end the storytelling portion of this video. Alright, so let's start with Dr. Disrespect. This is a big part of the story that I left out of my last video because I was mostly just telling a story about that isolated incident, but now I'm kind of going over everything, so I feel like it's important to mention Dr. Disrespect here. From the bulk of the criticism I've seen online about Dr. Witnesser, a lot of it stems from his just undying support of Dr. Disrespect. There are so many clips of him online being pressed about it.
No.
Why are you defending?
Was he defending Dr. Pedo? Oh no, buddy.
Defending him? Why are you defending him? He talked to a minor inappropriately. He cheated on his wife. Look, man, if you want to say that Dr. Disrespect was the victim of a giant campaign, I guess it's your right to do that, but you cannot be someone who calls people false Christians and agents of Satan when you are actively advocating for someone who cheated on their wife and you know it and is involved with inappropriate relations with a minor over Twitch whispers. I feel like I'm fucking spiraling, dude. I fucking hate talking about this shit, and yet at the same time, I'm doing it because I also have a lot of fun making YouTube videos.
No! Oh, poor Earl. He tried to defend the colony, and he died for it. Poor Earl.
It's about dumbass internet drama. Wow. Anyway, for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to leave it at that. I firmly believe that this guy calling people agents of Satan and false Christian, I mean, that is the number one way to put yourself on an island where nobody wants to associate with you, especially the people who you're trying to garner an audience of. Which brings me to Gaiman for Hope, who is someone that I don't know a lot about except the funny YouTube chapters that he had in that video, and also the fact that his only major controversy is that he's bad at Overwatch and quit his job to play it.
Yep.
He does not like you. He has made it obvious that he does not like you, but just because he said that you have no business calling yourself a Christian doesn't mean you should call him an agent of Satan. Be the bigger man. That's not even a religious thing. You're 40 years old and you cannot, like, no, you will not act like a man. You act like a little girl on the playground of a schoolyard who's mad because their best friend gave him the silent treatment. Like, it's really, really telling about your character that your immediate reaction.
But it doesn't even sound like he's mad. He'll call these people, you know, people from Satan, and, you know, he'll say things online, but it really just kind of sounds like he thinks he's playing 3D chess and he's actually just pathetic.
Action was to call him an agent of Satan. That was his first response from what I can tell. And the person that he called that is someone who has dedicated their entire online career to spreading the same message that he is, except only marginally different. They are both Christian gamers doing almost the exact same thing. The only difference is they don't align with their beliefs in religion in a way that makes the Faithful Sheriff happy. That is so weird. It's like you really do think that you are the only person in the entire world who is capable of being someone who A, plays games, and B, is able to spread religion. Especially in the case of the Faithful Sheriff, you would think someone with a perpetual victim mentality would be at least a tiny bit happy that someone else is spreading the word of God on games. Now, sure, their differences started 5 years ago when Gaming for Hope uploaded his video, but do you really think two Christians would let a grudge stand for 5 years? Me personally, I can't even remember the last time I've held a grudge, and I'm not joking about that. As a dude, I've always thought that men kind of just let things go, especially when it's in the case of some trivial YouTube drama.
Nah, men can be just as spiteful as women, sometimes even more so. So you're learning the hard way. But man, I agree. These guys are both supposed to be Christians. So why not just get along? I mean, you get together and have a talk about your different beliefs. Meanwhile, I'm a chaotic gamer that knows God will protect me as long as I don't do evil. That is right.
I want to move on now to Super Mega and why I think he got so worked up over all that. So in my last video, I had a speculation that he quit his job and that streaming is his main source of income. I based that speculation off of the fact that in one of his clips, he said that he has started streaming full time. I think his just nuclear explosion over the Super Mega stuff, that was so obviously a joke. I mean, those conversations ended with a picture of a scrawny, pale man wearing a leather harness. I think he inadvertently let himself get so worked up about all that because subconsciously he knows that if his streaming career is taken as a complete joke, there is no chance of serious growth in a serious community. And with that complete lack of humor, that allowed people to easily get under his skin and rage bait and troll him because they saw that as an easy target to get him having fucking steam coming out of his ears, and it worked. He threatened legal action against Super Mega over a DM conversation that was, like I said before, so obviously a joke. Look, man, if he wants to threaten to sue them, he can do that all fucking day. But if you want to be seen as a likable person on the internet, that is not the way you should do it. I could talk about the Super Mega stuff and the Gaming for Hope stuff and the Dr. Disrespect stuff forever, but I want to move on to Discord now. Guys, I've really ruminated in why he decided it would be a good idea to make a Discord during all of this shit coming out about him now. The only perceivable reason that I can understand why he would even think about making one is because he came to the realization that the only way he would continue making large amounts of money online would be to play into the unlikable acts of a creepy tool.
We're gonna cut up Earl. Got to get some of that good meat going. Sorry, Earl, you're going to be delicious.
Because when I think about it even a little bit further back, the farting peanut stuff only happened because people made Instagram accounts calling him a gassy chud with like the fart effects and the green stink lines. He's like this
so he's trying to
amalgam
play
of
off
hate.
of it.
He is literally the embodiment of hate. He's picking up little pieces of other people's hate content and faceting it into his own image online. Now,
You're talking about VTubers being the biggest cry bullies. They always attack people for no reason, but can't take the smallest bit of criticism. I mean, that seems to be a common thing amongst internet personalities all over the place, right? Some people get in there and they have egos that are too big, and then they get criticism and they just can't deal with it.
Reason why I sound so vitriolic in this part of the video here and not in the part of my video from Game of Chuds is because I wasn't familiar with just how much bullshit this guy does. I mean, I've known he's been annoying for forever. I've known about him going into Fortnite games and acting like he's better than people because he appreciates God in a different way than others. But to see the way he acts and the way he responds to everybody, I always thought it was kind of a joke, but I really do think this guy is truly just full of hate for the world. I got kind of off topic there, but yes, my main point is that I think he's playing into the idea now that he is just only going to be hated from this point forward. I think the reason he went on Gideon and debated him and debated another guy recently is because he knows this is the best way for him to get attention. People will hate watch him, people will inadvertently give him money by hate watching his streams and giving him ad revenue, and I think that's the hill he's going to die on. In my last video, I mentioned a person who used a picture of Dr. Chud with Epstein saying he's been caught, and it made it look like he had actually actually been caught doing some inappropriate stuff with a child, which as of today has not happened. And the guy responded back in the comments. He said, you know, I changed it and I shouldn't have done that. And I stand by that. I really do. I do think that putting him next to a picture of Epstein just kind of, it wasn't really right. I mean, Epstein's incomparable. He really is truly the devil. But the reason I bring this up again is because I was kind of thinking about that video. It's a really good video, but in my mind I was like, wow, calling him a predator, it's kind of weird. He's weird to kids on Fortnite, sure. The preaching and the weird stuff he says, sometimes he gets a little odd, sure, but to call him a predator, I don't know. But then I saw a clip reposted on Twitter.
Here's the thing, if you're doing it enough times, like, people know the reaction that other people are going to have when you're saying weird shit to kids on Fortnite live, right? Is he a predator? Probably not, but it just looks creepy, and eventually you keep doing it and people are going to probably call you a pedophile.
By Nicholas Diorio, who has been covering the Faithful Sheriff stuff recently, and I have not watched any of it because I have chud fatigue from researching this video, but I can say, man, I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio's streams. I listen to his VODs while gaming. I was probably listening to one while recording this gameplay, but anyway, that's not the point. Glaze. He reposted this clip on Twitter, and I'm not calling Faithful Sheriff a predator because I haven't seen anything yet, any official proof of it, but man, this is a really uncomfortable clip. I'm gonna play it.
Do you believe in Jesus? I'm a Christian content creator. I just like to ask people when I go into Fortnite, you know, spread a little bit of the good Lord around. You're a little quiet now, Jace. Gotta speak up a little bit. Bring your mouth up right to the microphone. In fact, just eat it.
Okay.
You ever hear that Weird Al Yankovic song? Eat it, put it in your mouth and eat it. You didn't hear? Oh, that's a great song. It's hilarious. You should listen to it.
How old are you?
What? Why are you asking my age? That's a little sus, bro.
I'm just asking, you know?
I didn't ask your age. I asked that you respect my personal privacy. I mean, knowing that you're a kid, not even in high school yet, I didn't ask your age. That'd be inappropriate.
Yeah, me as a parent, I would be concerned. And this is like one of the exact reasons that my son, who is young, he's 5 and he plays Fortnite, but he only plays with his cousins and me. So this is the reason why he can't get on any public servers or things like that, is because of people like this Faithful Sheriff.
All right, so I cut out the beginning of it and I did some cuts sort of in the middle of the clip there to make it go by faster, but trust me, when you watch the entire thing with the pauses and the weird faces and the cadence of his speech, it's very different from what I've seen before. Like, when I was watching his clips originally, he was just sort of like aggressive and an asshole, and he didn't have the peanut filter on. But now, like with the fart stuff, it's like he's obviously trying to market it towards kids, which I always, like, it just never seemed like that before when he had the normal face cam. It creeped me out when I watched the entire clip just on my phone, because it's like I was in my room, it was dark, and I was just looking at this fucking guy farting in a peanut costume. How old are you? And then he farts immediately. Like, it's just like weird fetish stuff. It just really freaked me out, dude. When I say freaked me out, I don't mean like it scared me or some shit. I just mean it's like, whoa, dude, this is just gross and odd. I definitely understand a lot of the criticism now of like, you are talking to kids really weird online. And I showed this picture throughout my video a lot of hunting down kids in Fortnite. I get what he's doing.
Like, hunting down kids in Fortnite. Why would you post that?
Man, he's really playing into the character of, hey, you guys hate me so much and you think I'm a ped, so I'm gonna act like one just to spite you. And good God, brother, you really are towing the line of what's okay, in my opinion. So Gideon is a very interesting character on the internet. He started as like a prankster, and he was all the rage back in 8th and 9th grade at my school. Then he became sort of a Bible guy. He would do all these religious episodes on his new channel. Fine with me, I think that's cool. Then he became a predator hunter, and he uploaded a video a couple days ago with Dr. Witnesser where he interviewed him, and it was over an hour long. I really highly recommend you go watch the whole thing. I'll probably get around to watching the entire thing one day when I am out of my chud fatigue phase. But here's one clip that I find kind of interesting.
But you know what else I don't think Jesus would be fond of and
I don't know
of?
what.
Well, you said something about Dr. Disrespect. You said he made a boneheaded mistake, right?
I think he did. Yes.
Is adultery a boneheaded mistake now? I'm just asking.
Well, I think we don't have the whole context. Should there be anybody whispering minors and Twitch whispers?
I can now fully understand the hate on the peanut human. Yes, the faithful one anyway, the Christian one.
No, but do we know for a fact that he knew that they were a minor before he, did he know the age? We don't know that he did. So did he find out after the fact and said, "Oh, gee, I'm in trouble," right? So I think that matters. But I think that was the incident that had something to do with his adultery, not that he had adultery in a sexual manner with his wife. I think the whole adultery incident was that same exact incident. Because I don't know if you remember when he went onto Twitch live, not in his costume, and admitted to being unfaithful to his wife. Unfaithful to his wife. And I don't know
how far it went, is what you're saying.
We don't know all the stuff.
Well, it doesn't matter. All right. It doesn't really matter how far it went, right? We don't know the stuff about the kids, but we do know that inappropriate things were said because he said so himself. And to me, that's pretty much enough. He admitted to it. He's the one that said he did it. But when you talk about the adultery, you can't talk about it any other way. He cheated on his wife with a trans individual.
At this point, it is speculation.
It's interesting that it's the same exact year that the supposed Twitch whisper incident happened, and it's the same year that he was unfaithful to his wife. I think it's the same incident.
Well,
but wouldn't it be speculation on you?
It's not the same incident. One was the trans girl that he was hitting up. We have all the messages, or we have documentation of that, and then the incident where he said he had inappropriate conversations with a minor is what I think he said at first, and then he backpedaled and changed it to something else.
Your part as well, assuming that it's the same incident.
Well, it is, but I think it's an educated speculation. Obviously, it's wrong to text minors in whispers and Twitch, obviously, but I think people try to paint it off as something that it wasn't. And we know that it was investigated, and he didn't get arrested. He didn't know what charges. They sent the whispers to the police department, or they sent it to the child endangerment. You're a brother in Christ like you say you are. You know that the Bible calls us, Jesus calls us to forgive those who repent. And he goes live on stream and says he's been unfaithful and that he's sorry. So how are you going to...
Well, yeah, he got unfaithful and said he's sorry, but he didn't repent. It's a very Christian thing to do. It's good that he let his wife know, but it was definitely more of a I'm about to get caught or I just got caught situation, not him coming out and saying, "Oh, hey, by the way." We all know his wife found out in the background, and then she forced him onto stream to tell everybody what a cheater he was, right?
Hold that.
That's not the same as, you going out and to Christ or to a confessional or to anything like that and saying what it is. He didn't go to his wife and be like, "All right, listen, I have to come clean." This is just sweeping for Dr. Disrespect at this point.
Unfaithfulness over his head still, almost 10 years from now.
I'm not holding it over his head, but I'm also not calling it a boneheaded
So
mistake.
this clip is taken from Faithful Sheriff's channel, so it might be skewed in his bias because of the way you can hear the farting noises and the way that Gideon is clipped in the conversation. But I did my own clipping because I don't want to get community guidelines striked. I think that's how, I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know you can't show a full video without doing transformative edits or something. I don't know. Look, man, I just wanted to talk about one last thing, and that is the Faithful Sheriff's comments on my Game of Chuds video. See, he said that he really liked it, and he thought that he had to give credit where credit is due because of the effort I put into it.
Yeah, they definitely had everything they needed, and that's why he was so silent about it when he was getting kicked off of Twitch. It was crazy because most people get really loud, but nope, not him.
Which, thank you, man. That's really nice. And he actually posted it on his Instagram, and he signal boosted the video, and I'm pretty sure that if he hadn't have done that, this channel would not be where it is right now. So I do owe him a a thank you for that, because I actually do appreciate that. So thank you, Faithful Sheriff. That's very kind of you. But if you're watching this video, please just do me a favor, man. Just try to be like more chill.
Trolls
but I get
are
it.
not
You know,
gonna
you got to
chill.
make your money. You got to get the hate watchers. And anyway, guys, I'm really tired. I'm going to end this video here, probably get some sleep. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry for the lack of editing and not properly finishing the story that I was kind of going with there. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a lot at the end of this and kind of clear up my thoughts on everything. If you watched it all the way to the end, thank you. That means that you are a true Camelfish fan. So, yeah. All right, I'll see you all next time for a normal Camelfish video. Bye, guys.
So an interesting little video going over some of the dramas on there. Let's take a look at the Actman's video, actually.
Whoa,
Because this might have more clips and stuff like that on him than anything else. So if I remember right, I watched it and it did have more clips. So if you don't know who the Act Man is, you know, he's a gaming commentary guy who is, I mean, he's been around for a long time, but then one thing that happened recently is he had a debate with Andy Pants Gaming, the worst grifter that's ever existed. And while I think Actman did like a poor job debating him, there was many things that he could have said. Andy Pants was just worse and gave him the win. But he made a video on the Faithful Sheriff, so we're gonna watch and see what the Actman has to say.
somebody talking about you a racist streamer.
Oh yeah, I'm so racist. Did you say the N-word? What N-word are you talking about? Are you afraid to say?
Yes.
So
then Andy Pants copyright struck him, and it just turned into a whole mess. Now Andy Pants's game has been pulled from, or never made it to Steam, and he's tried to sell it on other platforms where people have found out that in the game he has underage women, underage girls dancing provocatively as, well, strippers.
You were running for president versus Donald Trump. Who would you vote for?
Cassinet.
Is it just because he's black or no?
What?
Yes, I talk to minors all the time. So what?
Hi, how are you? Why don't you have a seat right over there?
They are the pedos. They are the predators. Oh, guys, look! It's a minor! And I'm talking to them. Whoa!
You want to explain yourself?
So look, if you were to die in your sins today, you would be sentenced to hell.
Why are most lesbians that you see, why they look so ugly?
So, with that slight Christian statement, yeah, that is definitely a belief that most Christians are going to have. But I learned a long time ago that's just not something you should tell somebody. Especially if you're like trying to bring them into the faith.
The one thing I don't want to be is a stupid church streamer who posts stuff online without the permission. You fucking loser. Get off of Fortnite.
Alrighty then, Satan. The Lord rebuke you. Do you believe in Jesus?
Ah, hail Satan.
Well...
What's up, everybody? This is the Peanut Man here, and if you're eating something right now, please put it down. Continue watching this video at your own peril, because
once started, there's no going back.
You cannot unsee what I'm about to show you.
What the fuck was that?
I saw this and now you have to. There is no short.
I mean, we're at the point now, like, just hearing that, like, is it a fetish? Does he have a scat fetish?
Shortage of degenerate or controversial streamers in the world. I don't typically cover these types of creators for my own sanity, but today I have to make an exception.
Couldn't resist, mate.
If you want to know who the world's most embarrassing streamer is, look no further.
Most of these Christian influencers just use it as a moral justification to attack and harass others. True. I mean, we look at like Tectone trying to go Christian. We look at Rev Says Desu. Who else is on that grift now? There's a couple others that are on it, and it's just like, why? You clearly don't give a fuck about Christianity.
Further than the faithful sheriff.
I just pooped my diaper. Please change it. So stinky and poopy. Sorry. A little bit gassy. A little bit gassy. It happens sometimes. Ooh, let's fart on him. Well, sniff it.
Oh man, why don't you fucking stop it?
Yes, today this is what we're talking about. A guy who cosplays as a cowboy peanut, preaches the Bible, and smells his own farts all at the same time.
Oh, stupid wave again.
This guy shits his pants multiple times a stream. I'm not making this up.
I can fart on demand now. I had to check my pants after that one.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I mean, he really loves farting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. I think you mean the faithful
You can make him
peanut,
fart as a channel reward.
Let's gamble on the farts. Let's gamble on the farts.
He loves poop and he loves farting.
Bro, what kind of sick fetish you got going on over there? Jeez.
The idea that somebody might look at the faithful sheriff and be like, oh, this is some nice, wholesome Christian content. And then they join his stream and they immediately see a cowboy peanut just ripping ass. I went down this rabbit hole and now I'm dragging you down with me, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready to suffer with me?
Because you must suffer, as I have suffered.
Do not be fooled. This isn't the burnt peanut. This is the burnt peanut your mom says you already have at home.
The Temu burnt peanut.
My peanut.
I've also seen someone made a female faithful sheriff, and she's like constantly posting about him and how they should be friends, and he's like blocking her. It's pretty funny.
You might have seen the faithful sheriff going viral on Twitter and TikTok after he was apparently doxxed on stream.
Like how you lied about being from Texas when you live at
Name and address withheld.
Drive.
I don't live there, buddy.
Really? Because your wife does.
Damn, fuck me.
Obviously, I don't approve of doxing. I also cannot deny it is objectively hilarious to be doxed in Fortnite by a guy called Full Legal Name. This dude went in there with a mission, and I would say mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
But you might be asking, why would anyone go to such lengths to dox this harmless peanut guy? This dude is far from harmless. He has said some outrageous things.
I'm watching from a tank in Gaza. Wow. That's some internet. Wow. Really? Huh.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
Well,
I need
blow
to
something
make a
up
little
for me.
barracks,
Appreciate it.
That reminds me.
And now for something completely different.
By the way, he routinely harasses children in video games.
Bro, are you an AI?
No, bro. I'm not AI at all. I'm a real person. Do you believe in Jesus? 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 Why won't this kid answer me?
This faithful sheriff guy is the whole package. He makes everybody around him uncomfortable, is an absolute liability to play with.
So why do you not land with your team squad and then die?
He's generally just a huge piece of shit when it comes to playing multiplayer games.
Bro, no, I'm not gonna be a little calmer because you're evil, is what you are. You're an evil person.
This is why people don't like you. It's because you're
an
a bad
evil.
person.
You're literally an evil person, bro.
But Actman, why are you even talking about this? You might be asking. Well, maybe I just want to help clean up the streets a bit and provide some good entertainment. This guy is a top tier lolcow.
Are you guys from the U.S.?
I am. I'm from the United States of America, specifically Texas.
So, for like college and stuff, do you guys need like a certain GPA?
What's a GPA?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
So this doxing clip went viral, and most people probably saw it on their timeline and thought, why is there another peanut streamer? who is this guy? Well, before he evolved into the gassy sheriff, he went by a different name, Dr. Witnesser. Dr. Witnesser is a streamer who, as he describes, goes into Fortnite, Call of Duty, Arc Raiders to preach the gospel and tell everybody about the good Lord.
Hey guys, listen, my name's Dr. Witnesser.
I got a little addicted to watching videos of the Faithful Sheriff's Rust server just getting trolled. So many people like went in there and just trolled him.
Sir, I go into Call of Duty and I teach people about the Bible. Anybody want to talk about that while we...
In one situation, it got to the point where he just shut down the server and ended stream.
I don't want no sermons, bro.
Okay, you didn't have to use
Don't start.
swear word. So you guys really don't want to talk about the Bible, right?
If you're being for real, no, not at all.
Yeah, for real, yes, for real.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
I just want to play.
All right,
video
well,
games,
no, that's
but-
fine. That's totally fine. Yeah.
So what? So you just spread the gospel on Fortnite or what?
Yeah, I like to tell you want to hear about it since you're Jewish and you're a hater of Christ?
Let me stop you right there. If I were to preach the gospel somewhere, Fortnite?
And then you make his best friend do the disco while you dab on him. Let him know you're a ninja. Build a wall. Shoot a rocket.
Not my number one choice. I'd probably start with Counter-Strike. And then move on to Team Fortress 2. I think I would get some pretty great results. So he goes into these lobbies preaching the good word, but his teammates will tell you a very different story about what Dr. Witnesser actually does.
You get mad at little kids because they don't fucking help you and shit in a fucking game that you're trying to fucking shove the Bible down their throat and shit, bro. Like, honestly, you need to grow the fuck up. Like, you're not doing God's work. You're not doing God's bidding or anything. You're just a disgusting human being who fucking shoves his faith on people. Like, fix your fucking glasses, dude, because they're foggy as fuck.
Wow. You destroyed that guy without even touching him.
So if you're wondering what this guy is talking about,
I wonder how many times he's had someone come on and do this. Like, is he having people that are getting damn, they chewed him out? Yeah, they did. Like, is he getting stream sniped at all? Anything like that? It just seems, I don't know. Seems like this guy wouldn't be having a good time in gaming.
Saying he just shoves the Bible down little kids' throats. He's likely referring to the reason Dr. Witnesser was banned on Twitch years ago when he told a Muslim child that they were going to burn in hell for all eternity if they didn't switch religions.
What you're talking about, since you're American and Christian, since the Muslim culture, we don't really talk about that.
Yeah, you don't talk about it because they don't want to believe it. That's why. So look, if you were to die in your sins today, you would be sentenced to hell.
Okay, so it's one thing if you do the whole you're gonna burn in hell if you don't listen to me type shtick. But when you're talking to a child like one-on-one and you're saying this shit, like that's a new level of degeneracy.
I go into Fortnite and I teach people about the gospel.
That's actually him! It is him? Yes!
No
I just heard the
way.
voice. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's absolutely unhinged to say that to a child.
Bitch, you know that? Remember when you told that kid he's gonna go to hell? You a bitch.
Wow,
bro, are you kidding me? And the worst part is he didn't even make a real apology for that. Like, he got banned and he made one of those "I'm sorry you were offended" type apology posts.
I tell a Muslim kid he was going to hell. Yes and no. Do I regret it? Yes and no.
Well, this already isn't an apology. I feel like.
So you can tell he is very successful in his goals of converting people. Very successessful.
Okay, dude. Well, I'll be praying for you. All right, man.
Please.
I'll be praying for you.
Please don't. Please don't.
Please don't. Dr. Witnesser was a very
well-respected man.
So I take it you guys don't believe in the Almighty then?
Hello?
Guess you guys don't rock with the God Almighty then.
You think that's funny? So you don't think Jesus is coming back? You think Satan's real? I like how you can't answer the question and you're just laughing about it.
Yeah, this is how most interactions go with him. So most people watch him to see him get relentlessly dunked on and made fun of. They're not really there for him.
About right.
Who is we, bro? We hate you. Ban? Yap, no one cares. Okay, ban?
It is basically a humiliation ritual.
Yes, yes, true drone. A real Christian doesn't know of anyone else's salvation and should never say that to anyone. Right? Yeah. Even more so with a kid. But yes, nobody. You shouldn't be telling anybody that.
Okay, eat my burrito.
Yeah.
That wasn't very nice, by the way. Jesus wouldn't say that.
Nah, we're not Christians, so.
Why not?
Well, because why not? Religion.
You're not Christian? Why not?
Why not?
People who don't mute when they eat on the mic are just the worst. I think this is the best summary of what interacting with Dr. Witnesser is like.
Well, carry on, Raider. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go, boys.
This is awkward.
Yeah, it is. It is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, this is very awkward.
Yeah. Mission off him. Mission off him.
I can still hear you.
What?
The rest of this video could literally just be a best of highlights. Sorry, lowlights of Dr. Witnesser or the Faithful Sheriff.
What do you plan on doing when you graduate? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know.
All right, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you figure it out soon. You gonna go to college or what?
I don't know. The one thing I don't want to be is a stupid Chud streamer who posts stuff online without their permission, and my name is Dr. Chud, you fucking loser. Get off of Fortnite.
Look at his fucking face. He is the most hateable.
Why would you stream and just take this kind of abuse all day long? Like, I get it. You get into, you know, a lot of PvP servers and there's banter back and forth and things like this. But this guy just gets battered every day about his takes. But keeps coming back.
Mascot. This is the content that he posts on his channel. Somebody else didn't post this. He thought this made him look good.
Fucking loser. Go do something better with your life.
Alrighty then, Satan. The Lord rebuke you. Hopefully he gets his head out of his rear end and opens up his Bible and...
Open up your Bible. I rebuke you, Satan. Where's my Bible? Hold on.
A few moments later.
Well, I couldn't find the Bible, but I did find I Did It by O.J. Simpson, so that's something. Just kidding, I got the Bible right here. Wait, did he just win?
Hopefully he gets his head out of his rear end and opens up his Bible and...
You son of a bitch, you got me to open the Bible. These pages are very thin. The Jews destroy their enemies? What? As shocking as it might be, most gamers do not play Fortnite in the hopes of encountering an impromptu Bible study.
I don't know if we can res you. You might want to call God to come resurrect you.
Hey, that's not funny.
It's pretty funny. You're not, you know, you smiled. Don't lie.
I didn't. It's mockery.
I did.
It's a mockery.
Don't get too serious on us, alright? We're playing Fortnite. We're not here to listen to your Bible studies.
And for those of you who might be considering the fact that, well, maybe he is just preaching the good word and he is a servant of Christ. He is far from that. I don't think any servant of...
I will say, out of all the clips I've seen with the Faithful Peanut, I don't think I've ever seen a clip of him actually saying a Bible verse. Is there any even out there? God damn it, Schwartz. Why are you catching everything on fire, you fucking pyromaniac? He was a good choice. Oh no, that one's outside the zone. Yeah, let's get that, please. Now they're fighting. Are they gonna kill each other? Did he just go on? Oh no. Matthew, get out here. Why are you incapable of firefighting? Did I just get a whole group of... Well, we're gonna burn down, boys.
Christ should be making children this uncomfortable.
If Jesus was standing in front of you, right, what would you ask him?
I don't know. Can we play the game?
We're playing the game. You can't talk and play the game at the same time, bro?
I can.
Okay.
Just more focused.
Focus
More
on
focus.
Jesus.
Some kid like got home from school, started playing
that's gonna be
Fortnite,
a
just
thing.
wanted to have a good time, and now he's being chastised about not being able to talk about Jesus and play Fortnite at the same time. Let me just say, there are a lot of clips of Dr. Witnesser saying some questionable things to children. I use the word questionable in a very generous way.
How old are you?
What? Why are you asking my age? That's a little sus, bro. I didn't ask your age. I asked that you respect my personal privacy. I mean, knowing that you're a kid, not even in high school yet, I didn't ask your age. That'd be inappropriate.
Why do you do what you do? What do you...
Hey, Tippy, who are you gonna vote for in the presidential election?
I'm 10.
I'm 10.
Can you believe this 10-year-old doesn't even know who's gonna vote for? He's 10. What? Now, if you thought that this guy, this 42-year-old man would debate
Holy
politics...
shit! He's my fucking age? Jesus Christ.
with a 10-year-old,
I feel like that makes it worse.
you are absolutely correct.
Trump or Biden?
Biden.
Why?
Because Trump's a dumb bitch.
Did you see the debate on Thursday?
No.
I think you would revise your answer if you saw the debate. I can't believe this kid just said that.
If you're wondering why Dr. Witnesser gets such hostile responses from other players, wonder no more, because this dude is a liability if he's on your team. First off, he does the same thing every match, okay? He will join in, ask his teammates multiple times if they have microphones in a very, very pushy way.
Hey, NetRam, you got a microphone? Hello, hello. Hey, we got a microphone? Hello. Microphone, 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 microphone.
And if you don't respond to this random stranger on the internet desperately asking if you want to speak to him, he just leaves.
Dang nabbit, boys. All right, well, back to the cabin we go. Back to the cabin.
You either talk to Dr. Witnesser or you lose a member of your squad. He shows no remorse for abandoning his team. Like, I truly despise gamers like this.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if you do
Can't be
talk
in
to
their
him?
40s.
Oh, it gets...
I think you're wrong, buddy. I think you're wrong. I'm pretty sure they can. Oh, no. 15 to 20 years. I'm actually an undead pig.
worse.
Oh, brother, the scene has only just begun.
The faithful sheriff does not strategize at all. He does not focus on the game. He will drop away from his teammates, get caught out. He usually dies first, and then blame his team when he gets caught out. I've seen this guy literally get revived and then die because he was too busy farting.
Blue hair.
They're sitting there doing surgery on someone, maybe taking out their wisdom teeth, and suddenly they let out a big loud fart.
Cabbage laugh, honestly.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He's motionless. He's not even moving. He's pressing the fart button on his fucking soundboard. What button do I have?
For the Empire!
It's a good button. I should stream. I should stream and rip ass. Okay, we gotta rewind because there was a part I didn't even talk about. It was the super mega tweet. There was a post they made of the burnt peanut with his little peanut out at the Game Awards for Best VTuber, and they posted, "The faithful sheriff asked us to recreate this image using his likeness so he can feel more included."
I want to know how much he spent on his farting peanut avatar setup. I kind of do too. Like, how expensive was this just to be made fun of all over the internet?
Imagine telling people what you do in your streamer handle. You search the faithful sheriff, and this is the result you get. This is what pops up. He responded, "I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently some of y'all are a little slow. I don't know these people and I never asked for this. Obviously this is a joke that they did." And Super Mega replied, "You requested us to do this for you?" The faithful chode. The girthful sheriff. That's an funny comment. This is one of my favorite reaction images right now. I'm so fucking scared. Crazy how that's actually a picture of his penis. Okay, getting back to it. So Because so many people hate this guy, he is a prime target of stream snipers, and even the most cracked hotshot Fortnite kids can't outplay a screen peeker.
6 years ago? You played Fortnite 6 years ago.
I'm cooked, bro.
You sound like you're 8, bro. There's no way.
I swear, do you not stream snipers? Cause I'm got a team on me like crazy.
There could be.
It's actually comical when people learn what's happening or they look him up.
They shouldn't have known I was in duo. There's no way they knew I was in duo.
No way, Holmes. There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
And here's the thing. All he wants to do is talk about Jesus in the Bible. Even if his teammates say no, he will get radically butthurt and insist upon it.
Yeah, I go into games and I teach people about the Bible. That's what I do.
Oh. Yeah, please don't do that.
I use my vocals to do that.
Well,
please don't do that.
I've seen you in a game before.
Anyways, what are we doing? I don't have a shotgun.
We're talking about Jesus. That's what we're doing.
I'm chilling on that. Thanks, though.
I don't want to talk about Jesus, the one who died for my sins and trusted, you know, created the
your
world,
beliefs
created
are
me.
your beliefs, but they're not mine, so I'd prefer not to.
So what happens to when you die? Do you, like, die? Do you just go in the ground? Are you Buddhist, Hinduism, something else?
He insists upon it. Insists.
Like, okay, so take this for example. I said I don't want to talk about religion because it's not something that I am comfortable speaking about.
Oh, you don't want to talk about religion.
Right.
Oh, I thought you just want to talk about the Bible. Okay, you didn't say specifically religion. You just said about the gospel.
So, I mean, but when people feel like they're being forced something, then they're typically not going to be nice back, you know?
A few moments later.
You're evil, is what you are. You're an evil person.
This is why people don't like you. It's because
You're
a
an
bad
evil.
person.
You're literally an evil person, bro.
For any Arc Raiders players watching this who are not sufficiently annoyed yet, I just want you to watch how this guy plays Arc Raiders and tell me if this pisses you off or not.
What do you do for
Do you
work?
ever feed your pigs peanuts? Of course I do. Pigs love peanuts. You got to be careful though. You can't feed them too much protein or anything like that. So, because it can make them get fat really quick.
I don't know, man. What do you do for work?
What do you mean you don't? What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know?
Oh, dude, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Are you a dealer?
Are you
Get out of here! Get out of here, dealer.
He just guns him down without a second thought. No shred of empathy. No social cues of like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Are you kidding me? And he's like completely oblivious. Like he cannot read a room at all. He has no concept of socializing. He is the most awkward person I think
I get the feeling Act Man doesn't like rats, right? I feel like the peanut is a psyop. This one, yeah, I mean, I could see it. It just seems so fake. Like it can't be real that this guy is still doing this.
seen. And killing a guy you teamed up with while you're extracting, pretending to be his friend, and like killing him because he didn't tell you what he does for work? Dog, fuck you.
Do you believe in God?
No, I'd have to lean on that. I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Fuck you.
Wrong answer, buddy. Wrong answer.
I don't think God would approve of this.
This is a game, buddy. Bye.
I also forgot to mention that Dr. Witnesser called himself Dr. Witnesser because he was a huge fan and still is of Dr. Disrespect. Even after Doc came out and said that he sent inappropriate texts to minors, not a great look, if you ask me. And so now that the Dr. Disrespect copycat formula hasn't been working, he's now started copying the burnt peanut. It's truly like depressing. And I think if you ever feel like, man, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I really don't feel like a creative person, you know, if you have all this self-doubt or uncomfortable feelings, just take a look at this guy and it will in some weird way restore your faith in yourself, because at least you're not this guy trying to debate politics and religion with fucking infants on Fortnite.
You're fine with a woman president, and that's nothing wrong with that, right?
Mm-hmm. My mom's a good person.
All right, well, that's cool. Your mom is a woman, and she's a good person, so that makes Kamala Harris potentially a good person, and that's why you're gonna vote for her. It's Donald Trump's too old.
Yeah.
Okay, good thing you're 10.
What this all really is a guy who uses his faith as a way
Like,
to not
why does it have
preach.
to be? Oh, you're voting for her because she's a woman. Come on, bud.
The gospel, but to preach his own moral superiority to everyone else who does not think and believe exactly as he does. And I don't care what your beliefs are. I mean, if you go into a lobby and you start
I mean, he did call Gaming for Hope a Satan worshiper, so...
preaching about like, hey kids, you should be more accepting of gay people. Or you go into Fortnite and you're like, hey kids, you should be a Muslim. I feel the exact same way no matter what. You're just trying to indoctrinate kids who are out here trying to play a fucking video game. Like, dog, fuck off. You deserve to be made fun of. Oh, God. Okay, let's talk about his infatuation with the N-word.
So, back in the day of the 1910 and 1800s, people would refer to black individuals as...
We're playing a dangerous game here today, folks. We're playing a dangerous game. Now, when he's not saying the...
Does he ever play up the sheriff part or his character? I've never seen him joke about arresting people or for not believing in God or anything. No, he doesn't really seem to play off the sheriff thing. It's almost like he's saying, well, I'm from Texas, so I'm the faithful sheriff, right? You got to feed into it a little bit.
The N-word. You will often hear him complain about why he can't say the N-word.
Oh, are you black?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hold it! Let me stop you right there. If anybody ever asks...
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. It seems like he goes after kids because if he goes up against adults, he'll have a bad day.
You your race, and they respond with this kind of enthusiasm.
Oh, good.
It is going nowhere good.
A guy calls me the N-word, and I say, bro, I'm not a... Okay. Well, am I racist for saying the N-word in the context of saying that he called me that?
I think just don't say the N-word. I think just stay out of it. Like look at my pasty. Guys, why can't I say the N-word?
Oh, are you black?
Yeah. I disagree.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're black? Oh, yippee. Yeah, whoopity doo. Hey, black guy, random black guy on Fortnite. Why can't I say the N-word? What would be the inverse of this? Oh, you're white? Oh, great. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, so...
Yeah, there's a reason preachers mainly target public sidewalks and college campuses instead of elementary schools, right?
If I was a slave owner... What?
Did you say the N-word? What N-word are you talking about?
You cannot be a real person, bro. You cannot be a real peanut. Oh, Dutch. What N-word are you talking about? The only N-word. There's only one.
All the people on the far left who always...
Not true. There's actually like 3.
Please bring race into it are racist, and it's coming from the people who are claiming that everybody else is racist when they're the ones that are actually bringing race into everything. I could talk to people all day about any subject and never bring up race, and never bring up race, and never bring up race. Are you afraid to say?
Do you see why I call him the world's most embarrassing streamer? Just look at this man. Just look at this man. He's rage baiting. He's cosplaying as a Christian content creator, rage baiting people over the N-word. I rest my case, but let's keep going.
Why are people afraid to say this word? Why are people afraid to type it out?
What kind of name
Why don't people say the N-word? Where does that word even come from?
I just don't understand it. And I'm trying to understand it.
Bro, just look,
God,
just
Wanda's
as a helpful rule of thumb,
Wanda's
just
gonna be a
don't say it. And you don't need to talk about it. Yeah, he's got some opinions on race.
So if you don't know, Wanda over here in the game is a Hussar. Hussars have a go juice dependency, so they have to get this drug. I currently cannot make this drug, so she's got 4 of them. I need to get that turned off so that other people don't drink it by accident.
Is for sure, but he's also got some opinions on the LGBTQ community. So let's listen to some of those.
Why are most lesbians that you see and most of the LGBTQ purple-haired nose ring people, why they look
Look at that, he's even an anti-woker.
so ugly? Because they go through life and they're miserable and they have like leftist ideologies and no one wants to date them and they're ugly, they're not pretty looking, men don't want them, so what do? They turn to their own kind and they find someone who's also ugly.
Once you start throwing out the your kind or your own kind,
men don't want them, so what do? They turn to their own kind.
Like the message is heard loud and clear.
You're a plague to the earth, just like all the other
lesbians.
Why would anyone want to help your kind?
I am so tired of the lesbian hate too. Like, it is crazy. I grew up in a time where lesbians were loved. Lesbians were like cherished, right? Of course, all young men were thinking of the Too Hot Lesbians groups, which I did have a group, a couple of friends that were that. But even the more butch or the more tomboy lesbians are just fun to hang around. There's nothing like sitting there on a bench in your like 20s, checking out girls with your friend, one of your closest friends who's a lesbian. It's just so much fun.
Men don't want them, so what do? They turn to their own kind and they find someone who's also ugly.
Whoa, you cannot be saying this. Number one, when you look like that, when you are getting called a 300-pound chud by random people on the internet.
Oh, you're the 300-pound chud who talks to minors all the time, right? Talks to minors and doesn't like Muslim people. You're the Muslim sheriff.
According to the Bible.
No, shut up,
Jesus
chud. Shut up, Reed. Got a stupid ass peanut filter. You only have that damn filter so you can hide your mean ass neck beard. Hell out of my party, nigga chud. You stupid chud.
So you're not a 300-pound chud loser who asked to have a micro penis on their peanut VTuber on fucking Twitter? 414 Lentil Drive, isn't that where your wife?
Okay, so what will sometimes happen in his streams is
Act-Man, you should have probably censored that, but
that because he doesn't block the names of his teammates, people will message and friend request his teammates to basically troll him and say, hey, stop playing with this guy, etc. And when this does happen, comedy is about to ensue.
Yo, stop adding me, trying to add me, people.
Turn it off.
It is kind of creepy that, like, basically these internet vigilantes are trying to warn these kids to not talk to this guy, and he's basically trying to isolate them into having a conversation about Jesus and the Bible. Really creepy stuff.
Do you know who they are?
Yes, they're viewers of my stream, and
he did censor it before. When I watched it, there was a censor beep. I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, I don't either. Like, did he go in and remove it?
They're actually predators. They actually want to get your information. So, because they're trolls.
Bro, you ask kids what grade they're in, like what their names are. Like, this guy asks for personal information that you are taught not to share with strangers. It's all projection, man.
How does it feel to be called a predator? Because you actually are one. You actually are one trying to get on a kid's...
But the faithful sheriff is a dangerous type of person who makes children uncomfortable and does not understand the concept of consent. And those two attributes are very dangerous.
Yes, I talk to minors all the time. These people who do this in my stream are actual predators. They get at...
Here's the thing, too. This guy shouldn't be in there talking to these kids about religion and things like that. He shouldn't be the one coming in here and trying to turn them to God. That's the thing with their family, you know, their church and their community, things like that they can talk to, not some fucking retard on the internet coming in here to talk to them because their parents don't have the intelligence to block them from being able to talk to weirdos online. He shouldn't be talking to kids, period. Yes, Mike.
At me all the time for playing Fortnite and talking to kids and stuff, but literally these people are the predators.
He's talking to a kid about this, man. Just stop.
They're the ones who DM, like who try to get kids on their friends list and DM them inappropriate stuff. They're actually the bad ones.
Is he self-reporting? You see, the majority of the enjoyment comes from just the chat, which is there just to troll him.
Yap, no one cares. Okay, ban. Who is we, bro? We hate you. Ban. Ban.
Now, when I tuned into my first Faithful Sheriff stream, I noticed his love of farting and of the Bible, and I thought maybe he could combine his two great passions. And so I asked him, Mr. Sheriff, I really want you to fart on your Bible. And he responded,
The acting male. Okay, well, you're getting banned for inappropriate messages and disrespectful messages at that.
I'm not okay.
Banned.
Here's one where he gets called out.
Why are bad people sending me spam requests, bro?
You say bro a lot. I'm just saying.
Oh, should I stop? No, I'm stopping. You hate,
just point it out,
on me too much. It's too much for my brain. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I could never let someone like you bring me down.
I'm not bringing you down.
You are. I built myself back up, actually.
I love you.
Oh my God.
I love kids, Charlie. I love kids.
Pim, I would really not be screaming that at the top of your lungs.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
Oh God, yeah, look at this chat. Why would you say that? I love you? He's 12.
I can't hear anybody. You're making me uncomfortable.
I don't have a gun.
Why they tell me you racist? Why they tell me you racist?
I'm not.
Why they telling me you racist? Yeah, see, this is the gold. This is the gold.
Not only are they like these kids like stuck with this weirdo talking to them, now they're getting like tons of friends requests and people telling them all sorts of shit. We may get to it here in a minute. It was a video that Nazmir showed me. I think it was in the discussion, and it's just a funny little Slop video.
When he streams and when people message his teammates and start telling him what he's about.
Not racist. You're racist.
What you on, gang?
Why are you even? No, what you on, gang? You're taking random friend requests with people.
You sound racist as hell, gang. What the hell? Now hold on, I gotta see what he's talking about.
No, you don't.
Wait,
you guys all students, or do you guys have jobs?
Dude, they're like 12, man. Come on.
I muted him, so I can't hear him.
Okay, go to party channel. Go to party.
Queen, no!
No, don't stop talking to me. You're a child, and I'm 42 years old.
He corrupted her, guys. What a loser.
You see how upset he is that a little girl stopped talking to him? This girl goes into like a separate chat, and when she comes back, let's just say she learned something.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
It's hard, to be honest.
What?
What was this about Muslim children that was said?
Oh, you let him get to you.
You let them get
Look
to
at
you.
his fucking face.
So why would you say that? That's just not very nice, to be honest.
Disappointed. You don't know what you're talking about. You can take a 30-second clip out of context. It could make it show anything.
So look, if you were to die in your sins today, you would be sentenced to hell.
It's called telling people the gospel message.
You would be sentenced to hell. You would be sentenced to hell.
And by the way, that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, you could have explained it to her. Yeah, owned by a 12-year-old, bro. This guy gets absolutely dunked on by fucking 12-year-olds, man. This is why he's the most embarrassing streamer.
Yeah, get a life, guys. Get a life. We're going back to my comfy, cozy cabin.
He gets shit on. He gets shit on and leaves the match.
You did say that. No, I didn't. Okay, looks like you want to ban M759. Have a good one. Well, 100 messages gone out the tubes.
You can't call me out. You're banned.
Whoa, why somebody talking about you a racist streamer?
Oh yeah, I'm so racist. Incredibly.
He said you say the N-word.
No, I don't. What N-word are you talking about?
What? Bro, you got caught.
Yo, you hear, bro? Yo.
Name and address withheld.
Die.
He
Why
gets,
was that?
Why would you repeat that?
he gets casually doxxed by...
So yeah, I think you were right, Damage. I think he missed one, and this is the one that he used that little thing to beep it.
We'll just send his address to his Fortnite teammates.
My niece.
Oh, that's cute. How old is she?
I'm scared, sir.
I'm scared. How old is your niece?
You don't like Muslims?
Again, you're listening to the trolls.
You're literally scaring people. You're scaring people. You're so creepy. I think the moral of the story is quite simple. Don't be a piece of shit in multiplayer games and avoid harassing and or making children uncomfortable. Just as a general rule, I think making children uncomfortable is something one should avoid doing. Some people are not meant to be on the internet. Dr. Witnesser should not be streaming. Anytime someone reaches this level of lolcow status, they're basically just broadcasting how embarrassing and pathetic their life is. And that's funny for a bit, but then it just becomes sad. Like, if you disconnect from the humiliation and the comedy that we, the viewers, have, like, he's just going into kids' video games and making children uncomfortable and berating them about politics and their religious views and telling them they're gonna burn in hell if they don't change their religions. Why do you believe in Santa Claus?
People were saying that Santa Claus isn't real.
Yeah, that's actually true, unfortunately, and that's another lie, and that people do spread.
And it's all the fault of the Jewish, British, Catholic, homosexual elite and their ideas.
The other ethical problem is that, like, parents are supposed to decide if their kid learns about religion and church in their own way and capacity. You're like trying to find a way to circumvent that, but the fact that he has zero self-awareness, he cannot read any room or social cues, it is genuinely like some of the most uncomfortable content I have ever seen. And I've watched Nathan For You, okay? This is next level. So yeah, that was just a taste of the world's most embarrassing streamer, the Faithful Sheriff, aka Dr. Witnesser, aka...
What N-word are you talking about?
A quote for the ages, but yeah, let me know your farts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Peanut Man, farting out.
Right. What an interesting fellow. What an interesting fellow. So we got one more video we're going to watch. This is more of just a slop video. It's only about 15 minutes long, but it's called, like, This Wizard Thinks He Isn't Getting the Death Penalty. And it's in the form of, like, the criminal cases you see where they're watching or where they're showing the footage of the investigation or the interrogation. So this is just plain slop. We're just going to enjoy this slop while we play some RimWorld to finish out the day, to finish it out.
It's Saturday, June 14th at 4:23 a.m. The eldritch entity known as Pantalagon emerged from his spectral sarcophagus and rained chaos upon the entire northern continent, including the territories of Skiend. Eyewitnesses claim that the stars were blotted out in an unholy darkness as blood rained from the skies and fire erupted from the deep.
So I saw this, and this is an actual case photo. So I think this is a real crime, but it's like a mockumentary of the crime. So I haven't watched the whole thing.
The resulting epic of pandemonium and terror was thereafter known as the Great Thaumacism.
Hey, we gotta go hunting again. Only one wizard could possibly cause this shit. Look at that name. Yagagurfalius Halo Ferne, Archimagus of the Round Council.
Come in.
Sorry about the wait. It's literally hell on earth out there. Can I get you anything? You all right? Maybe, water or maybe a flagon of ale?
Could I have a mana potion?
No.
Never give a wizard
This is
a mana
Lieutenant
potion.
Braunwick Kettlecap, lead investigator of the Thistlewood Town Guard. He was a volunteer man-at-arms in the Battle of Timid Kings and has an impressive record of over 14 convictions and 25 beheadings. During our examination of this footage, we will be analyzing the
Never trust the
interrogation
town
tactics
guard.
used by the guardsmen, as well as the overall behavior and psychology of the suspect in question.
You've been a busy wizard. Possession of an unregistered homunculus. Astral projection in a restricted dimension. Possession of chaos crystals with intent to distribute.
I had no intention of sharing those. Those were for me.
Granting sentience to a flammable object. And you pirated a sea shanty. That's quite the rap sheet.
Pirated a sea
melting a pig.
Melting.
Melted
I didn't
what? What did he just say?
See that here.
This is Trismegistus Comthorpe, also known as the Wizard
Metaphorical
Magus.
pig. Metaphorical pig. We're good. We're good.
Disgraced member of the Round Council. Already on probation with the Shadowstar Alliance and wanted by the Mad King for crimes against insanity, he's about to find himself in some seriously hot cauldron water.
Anti-magic manacles, pal. Not gonna work.
Fuck!
You have the right to remain silent. You have waived the right to cast silence. Where were you on the night of the third moon cycle?
I think I was in my tower doing a potion.
What's that?
I don't know. I've never seen that
Necromancy
before.
book.
We've found this in your bag of holding.
I was holding that bag of holding for a friend.
It's the Obama-nomicon.
The Obama-nomicon?
One of the 12 forbidden tomes.
Am I under arrest?
Look at the body language here. Notice how the cone of his hat is angled away from the investigator. Already a clear sign of discomfort. This wizard is nervous.
To Magius, my partner in crime. Happy 423rd, my man. Signed, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer.
I mean, I'm 424, so that really could be anybody. Named Magius.
Look, possession of something like this alone could land you in prison for
This is just the thing. You should never trust wizards. Just never trust them.
a long time.
Please.
They're shady people, all of them.
No prison can hold me.
No, not prison. Prism.
Oh, yeah. That could hold me.
Prism is jail for wizards.
Lot of dark magic in here. Power word peel. Shrink helmet. Slurt. It's got slurt. I mean, these spells are all super illegal.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what those are.
What's decapistrate?
If I had to guess. And your penis off at the same time. But again, I really wouldn't know because I don't know what that is.
What about glory portal?
Glory Portal. A 5th level conjuration spell that summons a tomato-sized portal to the suction dimension at waist height. The portal lasts about 1.5 to 6 minutes, or until the caster is done using it.
I gotta get a hold of that spell.
The spell requires concentration.
I wouldn't even begin to know what that is, or why anyone would cast that spell.
Really? Because you bookmarked it right here.
I've never seen that bookmark in my life.
The guard is getting nowhere and will now need to apply pressure using a number of sophisticated psychological techniques from his investigative tool belt.
Flowers can stay.
You like that? You like the big pliers on your hand?
No!
Okay, here's a hot poker.
By allowing the pliers to remove the suspect's fingernails and also jamming a hot poker into his head, the investigator has subtly changed the atmosphere of the room, ever so slightly increasing the chances of a confession.
Okay, fine, fuck, it's mine! Ah!
All right, good. Now we're getting somewhere. So what is it you do exactly for the Round Council?
Paperwork? I'm basically a glorified scribe.
Really? Because it says here that you're in charge of a pretty important artifact. A Tharxian warding crystal?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I mean, we have ways of finding out.
Okay, like you have the mana to cast Cone of Truth. But you legally have to tell me if you're casting Cone of Truth. That's the law.
This is false. A deputized Teravian guardsman is legally allowed to use deception when casting Cone of Truth. However, he would technically also be inside the Cone of Truth and would therefore be unable to lie. But if he could, he would totally be allowed, legally speaking. But most guardsmen would just put a hot iron in his pee hole.
So, it'd be pretty bad if something happened to your artifact, right?
I mean, nothing happened. But even if something did, I think it'd be fine.
It would not be fine. There are exactly 8 Tharxian warding crystals, each placed at the top of a tower, guarded by the highest-ranking wizards of the Round Council. These towers are perfectly positioned to form a gargantuan magic circle. When activated, this circle forms an arcane bond strong enough to seal the spectral sarcophagus at its center, entombing...
I mean, it's funny this channel is like just so much like the normal criminal channels that you see, voice down and everything. I'm hoping it is like a real case.
The great demon lord, Pentelicon. If even one of the crystals were to be destroyed, or simply removed from its tower, the spell would be broken and Pentelicon would be free to bring about the Thaumacism.
The Thaumacism.
Yeah, probably nothing bad.
And you're sure nothing accidentally happened to it?
Yep.
Because a lot can happen in a wizard's tower. A stray spell knocks into a cauldron, Golem steps on it, I don't know, falls into a hole.
It wouldn't fall into a hole.
How about sucked into a hole?
I don't even know why you would ask that, because mine is completely safe. All the way up at the top of my tower.
Found that in the suction dimension. Really only one way it could have ended up there. How do you think that happened?
There's many ways.
I don't know. Could have been like a glory portal.
What?
Probably a glory portal.
Huh.
Oh my god!
Magius.
Are you seriously suggesting that I'm some sort of vile pervert who would summon an illegal portal to a realm of infinite suction of unlimited torque?
Magius.
Just so I can what? Just jam my little wizard dingus in there, get my magic rocks off, and in the process, I maybe accidentally made the portal a little too big, made it a little too strong.
That's not...
Sucked up all my magic shit, including my artifact, because that did not happen.
That's exactly what happened. Shortly after this interrogation, authorities were able to confirm this very narrative through eyewitness testimony of an unlicensed homunculus, along with this subpoenaed footage from Magius's orb. Unfortunately, at the time, the guardsman was unaware of these developments.
You're right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Good.
That accident didn't happen.
Great.
Because I think you did it on purpose.
What?
On the night in question, mere hours before the thaumacism began, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer was seen in attendance at the bone spire of Galatrax the Defiler, where the two of them raised an undead horde. The horde then immediately bent to the will of the far greater nearby evil, Pentalagon. The investigator is now attempting to claim Magius was present during these events in order to cement him as a dark mage and establish a motive of intentionally freeing Pentalagon.
Nice try! You almost got me with the whole pervert and denial act.
Right.
You monster. I'll have you decapitated for this.
Well, hold on.
Knowing what we know now, the guardsman is mistaken. We'll have to keep watching to see if he's following a false lead, or actually employing an unorthodox approach to obtain a confession.
You raised the guy a horde, why wouldn't you banish your artifact to set him free?
Oh my God! I literally wasn't even at the spire that night! You can ask Oblivicus!
We already did.
He was at the top of the spire.
What? Oh my God! That's not true! He's literally lying! I totally flaked on those assholes!
To do what?
Now that he's got the wizard in a heightened state of emotion, the investigator will attempt an advanced technique. This method is controversial for its high rate of false confessions.
Oh, but burning his skull wasn't controversial. Fucking town's guards.
The method is as follows. Sympathize with the suspect. Provide relief. Establish a rapport. Abandon all previous steps. And repeatedly stab them with a spear.
Oh my God! Ow!
Why did you ditch your friend?
Okay, fine. I was doing the glory portal. I swear it was an accident. You were right the first time.
Yeah, right.
Why don't we use these methods today?
Leave! I swear! I just wanted to get my wand wet. I haven't felt the touch of a wench in ages. I was lonely, okay? I was weak. What do you want me to say? Huh? Galatrax? Oblivicus?
That's right, asshole!
He admitted it!
Yes, bitch!
We totally got you!
Oh my God!
And we got it all on the orb!
No freaking way! Oh, what the shit?
Next time, don't ditch us, dildo!
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This was all just a prank!
Yep, yeah.
So none of it was real?
Oh no, this was all very real.
We're definitely going to Prism.
What?
Okay, sorry about that. Can I get you anything? water, mana potion.
Magius and Galatrax were sentenced to 2 years in prison and 1,000,000 years in Prism. Oblivious was rushed to the nearest commune of clerics, but fell off the cart in transit and was cut in half by a wagon wheel. Bronwick Kettlecap was polymorphed into a chair. He is still a chair to this day.
Oh, come on. That was a little fun to watch. Not something we normally watch on here, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Oh. Let's see here. Boop. So with that, it's been an interesting stream. If you haven't already, like the stream on the way out. Helps me very much in the algorithm. And if you enjoyed yourself today, go ahead and subscribe. I think we are going to call it a little early, though. A little early. Thank you, everyone, for coming out, and y'all have a wonderful day.